What's happening, lads? We're here to tell you about our Patreon membership that starts from just £3 a month. It is the biggest Patreon in the UK and the fastest growing Patreon on planet Earth, kid. Dan, why is that?
You get early access to the public episode. Pubes get it on Monday. You can get it up to 48 hours early.
And on top of that, let me just interrupt you there and say you don't get any adverts on the early access. The YouTube adverts that sort of interrupt the show for the public people. If you watch it via the Patreon app, the adverts aren't there. You get an advert-free early access on top of your bonus episode every single week and all of the specials that we drop one of every single month. Dan, list them.
The Ghost Hunt 2. We've done so many lock-ins and they've got more drunk and more ridiculous, and we've got more planned.
The roast of Adam and Dan, blind date. This is all part of the Patreon membership. Everyone from £3 to 5 to 10, even if you sign up for the lowest tier, you get all the bonus content. People get early access to tickets as well.
It's the only way to see us live, basically. Yeah. If you're not a patron, you're not going to get to buy tickets to see us live.
Apart from the Arena show, which is on sale right now. It's on sale publicly. You can get tickets at gigsandtours.com. Friday the 9th of December, we changed the UK and worldwide podcast game by throwing the biggest ever podcast party at the Echo Arena. It's not the Echo Arena anymore, it's the M&S Bank Arena, but I don't care. I'm old school. You can get them right now. Tickets are still on sale. Come and join us for the biggest night of this podcast and all of our lives.
Do you know who got the best tickets for that? Patrons, because it was on there first. Patreon.com/haveawordpod.
Enjoy the episode, you filthy animals.
Go ahead.
Wag wag, leads. You're listening to the funniest podcast in the game with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl, and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped.com, the very best in below-the-belt men's grooming.
Go, Ed, get on me.
I think I'm going to learn a second language.
How can I be surprised? Well, how can it be making me laugh? Of course. Go for it. Where are you going? Mandarin?
No.
Portuguese?
Spanish, I think.
Oh, Espanol.
Or French. I think they're the two most useful ones.
Why? Where are you going? France? Spain?
With French...
Spain's well useful.
Yeah, because there's loads of people chatting that shit. And also, French helps you in France and in Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
There's no point in learning like Belgian.
Belgian, the famous Belgian language. The amount of time. I actually learned Belgian for the first 3 years of school.
Did they speak French?
Speak French, German, and Flemish.
Yeah.
But also Belgian. I did 3 years. It was great. And then we stopped being...
Hang on, they speak French and German, like a combo.
Yeah,
they all know both.
Franco-Germans, it's called. I tell you what, if I'm going to make up a language name, got to do better than that. Franco-Germans.
So do they all speak both?
No.
So half of them speak French, half of them speak German.
Belgium's not a real country. I'm throwing it out there. Waffle-making cretins. You're like fucking... like a little genital wart right in the middle of fucking Europe. Don't even get me started on Luxembourg, those fucking continental Tories. It's just, they're like, they're one of them middle bitsies countries, aren't they? I don't know. They don't have their own language.
So French will help me in Belgium as well, then?
French will help. And a lot of Africa, because they colonised that.
Yeah.
French Guyana.
Yeah.
The Côte d'Ivoire.
Yeah. The Ivory Coast.
I wouldn't recommend it. Right? I don't think it's the
like, hello, it's good to be here in the Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes. Wow. And the warlords will be like, oh, shut the law! Put down the machine guns, everyone! We were going to be bandits toward him, but no, it's fine. You can be one of us now. You'd make a really good African bandit, I think. Right, great. So what are you doing? Rosetta Stone? Do it at home? Bars. What are you... Are you going to a class?
Duolingo on your phone? That's a thing.
I just thought of Dua Lipa and a many supple arseholes.
I haven't quite thought it through that far yet.
I think you pay we're doing all right. Just hit 14,000 patrons. Merci beaucoup, French. And I think you should get yourself a private language teacher.
Yeah.
Talking instructor.
Yeah.
A French coach.
I do want to do it in person. I think it'll be easier. I don't think I'll do it on the app. I think I'll just end up on Instagram. So I think I need to like hire someone, and I go to their little office, and they're like, "Hello, come in. I teach you the Spanish."
Yeah. The old Spanish language office. Is that on Matthew Street?
There must be one in town.
Hello.
There must be one in town.
Yes. Yeah. Just find the Mexican quarter.
Maybe we could do like a swap deal where I don't pay for it. I teach them English and they teach me Spanish.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they've got a class that they teach, but they want to pick up a few extra. You could teach them Scouse.
I could do.
What languages did you do languages in school?
German
Yeah.
for 3 years, and then French to GCSE.
Do you remember any of it?
We've done it on the podcast.
Danke.
Probably.
I mean,
Gehen Sie immer geradeaus. Go straight on. That's always been in my head. Apparently, it's very formal, and I do it weirdly camp. Gehen Sie immer geradeaus. The Rathaus is the town hall. Das Rathaus! And the Jugendherberge. But as we know, I'm a nonce, and I'm not allowed in youth hostels. So the Jugendherberge is, that's the only bits I remember, really.
So you'd be fine in Germany if you went.
As long as I needed a town hall, a youth hostel, and they were like straight ahead of me, I'm fucking fine.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah, so this.
And you did French at GCSE?
Yeah, wasn't as good at that.
No.
Weird little thing. My French teacher was my dad's best mate from school. So when he always gave me a pass on everything, it was fucking class. Mr. Dent. Him and my dad had been Bezos at school.
Monsieur Dint.
No, he was counting the clock for retirement. He couldn't give a fuck. I just loved his style. He's like, I'm not arsed. I don't care. Also, you have my mate's son. You can do what you want. I gave me a free pass on so many things. It's fucking great.
We did Spanish till year 9 and then not after that. And I think at school when you're learning a language, you don't really give a fuck, do you?
No.
Like, it doesn't seem important.
Unless you're an absolute pube.
But how good would it be to be able to go on holiday and just be like dropping bars on these Spanish people? Do you know what I mean? They're looking at us like they haven't got a fucking clue what's going on here. And
honestly,
I'm like, una mesa para cuatro, por favor.
Oh, shit! That sounded Spanish, ese. I honestly think if you learn fuck French, it's gone. French is gone. That's nah. Spanish is where it's at. I could see you learning Spanish fluently. There's a whole, like, the whole of South America, or even just
Apart from Brazil, they speak Portuguese.
Yeah, Miami or Southside LA.
They speak French, Spanish.
Yeah, there's loads of. They said something highly offensive. There's loads of
Spanish people.
Cubanos, Puerto Ricans. Oh yeah, you'd look. I think
I'm not really asked about them because they live in Miami, so they know English, don't they? Not asked about them.
Some of them. I think they're pretty Spanish.
Really?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of them swam there. Sounded like I was being racist. I wasn't. A lot of Cubans have done the thing to Miami, haven't they? In a fucking dinghy. Wow, it sounds like I'm basically being a American EDL. I've got really right wing. But no, but it's true. There's a huge Cuban, and then there's Mexicans, Puerto Ricans.
One huge Cuban.
It was one huge Cuban. Mark.
Nice.
I am the Cuban.
All right, I'm Mark Cuban. I think you could be a drug lord within, I'd say, 6 weeks. Yeah. That's my rough estimate. That's okay. A Signoro. What do you want to be called? Papi Rowe. There's some words I can't say.
Papa Rowe.
This is going to be confusing though, isn't it? Who are you going to see live? Papi Roach? No, Papa Roach.
We know what roach is from the lock-in.
I was so drunk I pooed my pants, Finn.
Cucaracha, isn't it?
Cucaracha.
See?
I think you could do really well. Spanish drug lord. Because you don't do the product.
No.
You're not into it. I could be your private tester.
But like then, aren't they going to think I'm a fed?
Nah.
When they're like...
Scouse lad turns up.
When they're like, yeah, I'll have a line. And I'm like, I don't do it actually. Aren't they going to be like, he's a fucking busy him?
A lot of the drug dealers I've bought from don't do drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you haven't been on the Cuban border.
That is true. And you know what? I am not willing to die on that border because you're right. I haven't been on the Cuban border, also known as the coastline. Is this the Cuban border? It's just the beach. Just relax, chill out, have an ice pop. Good point. But I think you could get away with not doing the product. You're a businessman now. You've got to be smart. You've got to get those deliveries over.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyway, genuinely, July onwards, at the end of this year,
Spanish.
I'm going to be fluent. I was leaning towards French, but I think that's because I'm going to Paris on Saturday. So we'll go Spanish. I'll take your advice.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to your journey, you know?
And once I've conquered that one, I just want to learn as many as possible. I want to be multilingual by the time I'm 40.
Right. Right, okay, cool. I'll be busy 30s.
Yeah.
Because what I've just been watching you, career-wise, life-wise, over the last few weeks, thinking, you need more hobbies. This guy, there's not enough to do. What other languages after Spanish? That's the exciting thing, isn't it? Like, where do you go?
Arabic.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I can't see any problem. I can't wait for you to whip out some Arabic. That'd be good.
Wouldn't it?
Oh, it would be good. What would it sound
I think
like?
I've said this to you before. I'd like to learn like Cantonese so that when I'm in a chippy, I know when they're slagging me off. You know when you go in a chippy and you know they're like, well, these fat prickies in here all the time.
Yeah, the Mexican companies. Oh my God, we should really learn Cantonese ourselves. Damn this, we are the famous West Derby Mexican Cantonese.
I hear they are all the time, he fat bastard. Look how fat and ugly he is. He always orders salt and pepper chicken.
I love you though. I'm sure.
Look this fat fuck over here.
What did I call you once when you walk in? Like, oh my God, here's the pension. He's here again.
Yeah, I want to know when they're slagging me off.
Yeah,
because I feel like they are. So yeah, Cantonese, Mandarin as well. You know, hedge me bets. Spanish, Arabic, French. German's a bit pointless, isn't it?
I mean, oh yeah, there's a lot. Germany's all right. I like Germany.
Yeah, but if you don't go to Germany, it's useless, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think Mandarin's a big one, isn't it? Because they're doing pretty well.
Yeah. Be good for the inevitable war, that.
I just feel like if you knew the inevitable war, oh no. Not Russian. Fucking dirty bastards. I think genuinely, how good would it be to be that guy who's got 5 languages? If you can't get laid and you can speak in 5, like, oh, God, you just go travelling, wouldn't you? Yeah. So good at different.
It would be good to like meet a girl in a bar and no matter where she's from, be able to tell you that you want to pound her pussy.
It'd be amazing if you knew the language, but she was like, oh my God, you're a pig. Even though you know exactly how to say it. I fucking hate what you're saying. There's that guy that does the videos in Chinese. Yeah. It just always entertains me. When they're like, what? When he's like, which is exactly, it's actually how I learned that. Didn't want to seem racist.
What does that mean?
I didn't want, it means, can I have 2 first-class stamps? Yeah. Nice. It's just a weird video that I watched. Yeah. But I learnt it perfectly because I didn't want to seem racist when redoing it. Yeah. But I just love it when they're like,
You're watching Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
What?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Well done. Carl's not here, but you really stepped in nicely. Well, listen, keep us informed. Be amazing. If you could stay single, then learn the languages, you could box off some pum or los pom pom from each continent. That would be so
I've got one of those scratch maps as well. You know where you meant to scratch where you visited?
It's just not nice imagery, is it? Scratchy, scratchy. I got a rash here in South America. I got a rash here. Yeah, okay. That'd be great.
You've heard of scratch and sniff, but have you heard of sniff then scratch?
Nice.
Sniff and they're funny.
I thought you were going to go scratch and biff.
That's good. That was better. Yeah. See, we're workshopping. We always get to
I like it, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Let me know how the, the Arab pum-pum goes. I'm sure that's going to be a right laugh.
It'll be good, though.
Oh, yeah. Big fun, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Afghanistan. Those ladies.
Yeah.
She's got a bit of a moody ex. Just warning you. So, Finn is controlling the old production.
Just about.
So, you know, it's going to be late.
Mates. I mean, we're paying pretty good money to other people, but they're not here, are they?
No.
They're not here.
No.
And we've never missed an episode, apart from when we absolutely have to, for the gigs and whatnot. They're playing football at Goodison, aren't they?
Yeah. Some friend of a friend has hired Goodison for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's a charity
that's
game.
life, isn't it?
They're raising money for the Carl's Going to Barbados fund.
Right,
They're gonna need 300 grand.
He likes an expensive holiday. I'm so glad they got Steve for the charity match because that must have been massive for them.
He's the headline on the poster.
He's the newly appointed business manager of Have a Word that people aren't sure if he's in shot or not because he's so small and he's at the back.
Yeah.
He's really going to help sell some of those charity tickets for a Thursday morning at Goodison
Sold out,
Park.
you know.
Fuck off, it's not.
It is.
Yeah.
First game they've sold out all season.
Ooh.
No, it is sold out.
But I don't believe it. I don't
think they're selling tickets, actually. So technically it is sold out.
they just open it up to the homeless.
Still homeless people who'd be like, fucking not. Things aren't that bad. Not going in there.
Here comes homeless John. I'm a fucking red. I'm not going in there. We've got soup. Just a fucking soup kitchen while Steve and Carl are like living out their boyhood dream of playing at Goodison.
Carl is going to be trying so hard. I would love to watch it. He's going to be doing all the step overs, all the fancy shit.
Yeah. If someone breaks his leg, it'd be great. Just a 2 foot to the knee.
Jiggling that fat ass.
Yeah.
PH.
Did you see someone said that they'd seen him in town based on his arse?
Recognise him from his arse.
Someone saw him walking up the street and knew just by the size of his badonkadonk and how, let's be honest, we've all given it it's got its own postcode, that shit.
Yeah.
Like a fucking, its own gravity. That ass. We were going to do a tattoo on his bum, weren't we, at the live show? But Dean
Cost too much.
Dean didn't have enough ink.
Yeah.
Fuck your beard all day, lad.
I forgot to tell you about, on this week's Patreon, I told you about the weekend in Dublin. I forgot to say about the fight I nearly got into last week in Nottingham.
Someone I saw tweeted about it and was like, can't believe you forgot to say about Nottingham. And you were like, I literally just forgot.
Yeah.
But it sounded eggy.
So in Nottingham, Glee Club, second date there.
Nice.
Full.
Nice.
Wonderful. There's 2 lads who are both podcast fans. So they're probably listening, although they might have stopped now. I got there quite late because we've been recording here. I had to go straight there. So Thomas Green's gone on. And I was there when he went on, but I didn't watch him. I just stayed in the dressing room. I come off and I was like, how is it? He's like, yeah, there was a couple of lads talking, but I told them to shut up. So Thomas had said to these 2 lads, look, I'll put up with it because it's not my show. Adam won't. So just shut your fucking mouths when he comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I go on. And I don't know that that's happened, really, because I wasn't really listening when I asked him how his gig went.
Yeah, it's not, as a comic, it's not big enough that Thomas has got to go, mate, I really need to let you know. Sometimes when you get to a gig or someone's done support for you, they're like, right, this is what's happening here, this is what's happening there. I'm never like that into that.
No, I don't
I'm
care.
not going to be like, okay, I'm not working here, I'm doing my set. But if it was big enough, he'd have gone, mate, you need to, I'm just letting you know that these are a problem.
So I get like maybe 15 minutes in, and there's 2 lads, and the Nottingham Glee is fairly well lit from the stage. You can see a lot of the audience.
And the light bounces off the big white Glee at the back, and it really lights them up.
So stage right, sort of in the middle of the room, like the middle band, you would call it, I suppose. There's 2 lads just on the end before an alley in there.
Yeah. Little walkway.
I said, lads, what are you talking for? Shut up. And they're like, oh yeah, sorry mate, sorry. So then I get about 15 minutes later.
Irritated for you.
About 15 minutes later, I was like, lads, you're really, really, really doing me. I didn't know. And I can see everyone else around you. They all hate you. Like, everyone's going to start hating you soon. Just don't, or just go and stand by the bar. And then you can have a chat. Or just leave if you want to leave. Like, there's just no point talking during the show. Sorry. Another 10 minutes goes by and they're talking again. And do you know when you've had a day? Like, you've had a long day.
Yeah.
Like, to be totally honest, the show in Nottingham was brilliant and I really enjoyed it. Before I went on, if you'd have said to me, we could set the fire alarm off and you don't have to do the show, I'd have gone, yeah, pull the fucking thing. Because I'd woke up.
It was a long day, wasn't it? We were doing the full...
But I'd woke up in London as well. So I'd been recording the documentary the full day before, woke up in London, got the train here, did a full record here with Sarah Keyworth, and then I had to go to Nottingham straight from here.
Luckily, you didn't have a Spanish lesson, but we'll get to that.
So I'm just, like, I'm on stage in trackies and a t-shirt, just
you know when you just beyond giving a fuck, you're just like, I'm just doing my show, right? So I wasn't in the mood for them. So on the third one, I just went, get out. I went, do us a favour and just fuck off. And they're like, what? I went, don't act like I haven't already told you twice. And don't act like this is a surprise. I've told you twice already. This is the third time. Get out the fucking gig. I can't be arsed with you. If you want to leave now, and do it. If you want to leave now quietly, message me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll give you your money back for your tickets.
Yeah.
I don't want your money. I don't need your money. Don't ever come to a show again. Get out the fucking gig. And the room erupts because they all hated them. The room was just
so irritating. It's irritating at a circuit gig. We've just come to see comics you don't know. It's a fucking tour show.
So the doorman go over and ask them to leave, and the fella goes, I'm finishing me drink first. And the doorman went, well, you can finish that downstairs. We've got a different bar. So they leave. Carry on, do the show. Show overruns, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's having a good time. Good show in the end. I finish, do a little meet and greet inside the venue, take a load of photos. I come out the venue, and you know that like big Weatherspoons next door to the Nottingham Glade?
Yeah.
Well, they're there.
Yeah.
So I walk out the front door, and one of them comes over, and he goes, mate, sorry. Can I get a picture? And I was like, you want a picture? Sound, yeah, let's take the photo. And Carl's next to me. Carl hadn't seen the thing. He'd stayed in the dressing room this night, right? So these are the ones who got kicked out. He went, oh, you're the ones who got kicked out. Why'd you get kicked out? And then by this point, his mate had come bounding over. And he went, because this fucking dickhead kicked us out. I bet you've lost your bottle now. And I went, I think he expected me. He's quite clearly a really tall, bulky fella. And he's obviously a bit of a bully. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
But
so.
I'd rather lose a fight than run away from one. Do you know what I mean? And shit out. So I don't think he was expecting me to do what I did, which was go, I haven't lost my bottle at all, you soft cunt. I kicked you out, and I will kick you out again. And he was like, you were trying to save face in front of the audience. I went, no, it was nothing to do with the audience.
Trying to save the show.
I went, I hated you, and that's why I asked you to leave. And he's like, right. And then his mate, the one who asked for the picture, starts trying to calm him down. And then he starts trying to be a dick, but it's really annoying him that it's not getting to me. Because I'm just like, the show's done. I feel relaxed as fuck now. I've had a long day. I just want to get back to the Geordie's Inn and all the Chinese food, right? So he went to, what was the name of your supporter? Because he was more my thinging. And I went, Thomas Green. And he went, yeah. He was shit, right? And I went, he wasn't shit. He was brilliant, actually, and that's why he opens for me. And he went, no, I meant he's the shit. Like, he was the good one. And I was like, okay, cool. But then they just sort of hung around. So the two door lads, they come over and they were like, we're not going anywhere, by the way. He was like, if this kicks off, you've got us. Don't worry about it. Not at all. And then we sort of waited. They didn't leave. So then we left, but the doorman came with us.
Oh, my God.
And you were worried about some fucking Spanish woman on the front row who was pissed off that you didn't know the political problems with the Basque region of Spain.
Yeah, but did I not tell you outside? She got a knife out. She was like, this is for ETA. And I was like, what? The Spanish separatist movement? She went, no, your daughter. And then, she went to stab me. I shot her in the face 3 times. I carry a gun now. Just, no, it's not made up.
Yeah.
So. Fucking bell whiffs.
Yeah.
So
one of them was drunk and talking, and then was all right and realised he'd been a dick. And the other one was drunk talking, and then tried to throw his weight around, and just wasn't ready for the.
He's probably the +1, isn't he?
No, they were both podcast fans.
Oh. Well, luckily, nearly all of them are fucking quality. But that's a story that very rarely happens on the circuit. Yeah. You don't often get into confrontations
Kerfuffles
on the circuit. It doesn't happen loads. Like in all of your time, how many times have you seen someone stand up on a stage and square up to a comic? I've seen one guy do it on Steve Shanyaski at the Frog, and Steve, just like you, the guy got up and went, what are you going to fucking do now? The whole room's like, I think a bit in shock. They were like, whoa. And the bouncers are only 40 yards away, if that. They're at the front door. You can get there quickly, but not as quick as a guy who's a cunt in the front row. He's straight up the stairs. And I was watching at the back. I was so glad I was in the room, just, for the human drama of it. I was like, oh, I don't know what I'd do. But this dude was big. And Shannon just went, Fuck off, mate. It was quality. Fucking. You can see who's been to a school who's had to fucking just stick up for themselves, probably. Shanners literally did not take a step backwards, looked up and went, fuck off, mate. And then I think it was just about to go. And this, I don't know what, the imagery I've got in my head, it's just 12 years ago probably, is just this guy getting pulled by the shoulder, fucking off the stage by the bouncers. And he was gone, obviously. But yeah, good on you, Steve Shannon. Because in that, you're exactly right. You can't be like, meh. You've got to stand up for yourself. I know I say I've never been in a fight, but in that situation, what are you going to do?
Like,
if he swings, you might as well make it a fucking story that's worth telling.
Yeah. So that was Nottingham for the person.
Good on those fucking bouncers.
Other than that, it's going well, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Well, there's not been, loads of stories like that, has there?
No.
Newcastle was great. Middlesbrough was good. Although there was a guy in Middlesbrough who, he tried to start singing Jürgen said to me, in the middle of the gig.
Oh, dear.
I was just like, no.
Try and stop him doing that in the middle of the pod. Don't do it in a gig. Don't do it at a gig in Teesside where there's a lot less Liverpool fans than you think. Last night I did my second proper preview in Ambleside. It's Pete Otway's gig.
Yeah.
The Lily Bar. If you
friend of the pod, of the hosts of the pod.
Oh my God, he's
friends of the producers of the pod. He's a friend.
Yeah, he's one of your best mates, isn't he? Is it? Hang on. Congratulations, Pete. You're a friend. I was talking to him on the way back. When you're having a chat with someone, there's a lot of comics who are really good company, but kind of fuck ups.
Yeah.
Pete's he's got it together. He's a smart guy, isn't he? He's I really like his company. And he's a good lad. And he set this gig
Shame
up.
About all the allegations, but I'm sure he'll get past
but
them.
apart from that, you finger a badger once. He lives in the countryside, isn't it? If anything, when you live in the Lake District, how do you not finger a badger? Yeah. They're always out there, big arses in the air.
Yeah.
Waddling, dirty bitches. Even the men. The male badgers, no tea. Yeah, I walked from the hotel up to Lily's Bar, and that was one of the nicest. In 20 years, I've done a lot of walks from hotel to, but when you're going past a lake, past like Roman fort ruins, like beautiful hillsides, the mountains, and then got to the Lily Bar. Interesting last night because the guy who owns the bar had sold 15 tickets to his regulars, and I'd sold 35 tickets to our lot on Skiddle. Yeah. I could have, if you'd have lined 50 of them up in a row, they wouldn't even have said a fucking word. I'd have been like, you're a regular, you're one of ours, you're one of ours, you're one of ours, you're a regular. It was so funny because I want this show to be funny for plus ones. Maybe not from the Basque, but I want it to be good for everyone. There's going to be people who've seen me do stand-up, there's going to be plus ones, and there's going to be lids. And there's callbacks and there's references for the lids, because without them, there is no previews, there's no tour. But I also want it to be funny. So fun watching this table of very friendly middle-class people who just finished a meat and cheese board, the antipasta board on wood, and then just all of our lot in the middle. And
I was thinking recently, by the way, meat and cheese board could be a euphemism for like a gangbang.
A meat and cheese board. It's not. I don't think you ever need to include cheese as a euphemism for any form of sex.
But some people have knob cheese.
Yeah, but that's not a good thing, is it? So that's why it doesn't
possible
work.
Though. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Okay. Do you want to come round my house for a meat and cheese board? Yeah. Well, you're gonna have to ask Graham to wash. Yeah, it was really fun watching it. One of the guys was like, he looked like a fucking investment tycoon or something. Just so not what we're used to playing to at the Have a Word. And at one point he went, what is a lid? That's a fucking beautiful moment where he's like, I don't really know what's going on here. What's a lid? I was like, it's a fair question, but it means you're never going to be one. All right? So that's the future going forward. Yeah, really fun playing to not like very definite non-pod people and then our lot. Just watching, just me trying to get the show right for both people. And then one lunatic, because you have to have a lunatic at every show, apparently. So you've had that fucking knob in Nottingham. I had the lady from Spain last week. Last night there was a guy at the front whose caravan had burnt down 2 days before.
One of ours?
No, I don't know. I don't even know if he had walked in. I don't know who he knew. But he was like, sorry, mate. I was like, you all right, mate? He's at the front.
He sounds, and I don't mean this to be racist, Irish.
Right, so I got into my stuff.
My bloody caravan's been burnt down.
No.
It's gone.
It did sound.
Who's burnt it down? I left the iron on. Me. Well, Jesus.
He was like, no, my caravan did burn down. I was like, right. He was like, my house burnt down. I was like, cool, your whole house. He was like, yeah, I live in a caravan. I was like, okay, now it sounds way more gypsy.
Was it petrol bombed or like just like?
I don't know, but I just thought he was insane.
How did you not ask this question?
I talked to him, and I was like, oh, he's a lunatic. He's like, oh, yeah, my caravan burned down. He's just giving off the vibe of like, I've killed a few people, you know, and then I burnt the caravan down with their bodies in the caravan. Clever. And at the end, he was like, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, it's just been a mad few days. I was like, okay, crazy lady. And then he got a video out and showed me his caravan on fire. What a video. Unbelievable.
Was he narrating it?
He's just like, yeah, so this is the proof that my caravan burnt down. I actually apologised to him. I was like, I'm so sorry. I thought you were just a fucking mental.
So where was he living that night?
I don't know.
Did you not ask this guy any questions? The guy tells you his caravan's burnt down. You didn't ask him where the fire started or where he's staying.
It burnt down on a forecourt in the area, like a petrol station forecourt in the area. And I was like, everyone heard about a forecourt fire? And they were like, no. I was like, all right, cool. You're mental. You're clearly crazy. What I didn't do was like, where are you staying tonight? Just in case you were, I don't have anywhere, sir. I was like, well, come on a beautiful walk down to the lake. I'm in the Regent Hotel, room 21. Like, I don't think he would have been. Also, you can sleep rough in Ambleside. It's fucking Beatrix Potterland, isn't it?
Yeah. Full of homeless people. That's what it is.
No, but he'd be the first homeless person in Ambleside. They'd celebrate him. Have a 3-bedroom semi within a fortnight. No homeless people have ever got up the hills of the Lake District. Clever that. You know, because you have to climb into them. Homeless people get to Lancaster and like, fuck it.
That's anti-homeless architecture, is it? That hill.
That hill. I'm going to watch that hand go up. Just up that way. Yeah. You know, like the trains didn't used to be able to get past the Lake District. Homeless people can't walk up to Ambleside.
No.
Fact.
It's just fact.
Verifiable fact.
Yeah. He was the closest they'd ever had to a homeless person, a guy that's caravan had burnt down 2 days before. Nutter. So many fucking nutters. Oh, God. What have you got on this weekend? What are you doing? You just got the still touring?
Yes.
Still touring hard. Where have you got?
I've just got the one, haven't I? I've just got the biggest headline show I've ever done.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That's tomorrow.
The biggest show of your career. Oh, yeah. That's this weekend.
Yeah, but that's what I feel
And
like.
then Champions League final.
Because Paris seems more important.
It's not, though,
Right.
Adam.
No, I know.
Is it?
But it seems it. Because I'm doing the Philharmonic again next month. And we're not going to be in the Champions League final again for at least another year.
That's a good point. It's a good point. But I mean, it's the biggest night of your career. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of a... It's a weird one that you get to do the biggest night of your career twice in 5 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah. It's exactly 4 weeks as well, actually.
How do you feel going into not the Champions League? I feel like I can't hear about Liverpool. Although I'm not even anti everything that's gone on. I found myself following it. I think I've hit my sort of like limit of like the Liverpool thing, which I'm sure you'll tell us about when you get back from Paris. It's going to be a great story. But how do you feel going into the Philharmonic? 1,700 fucking people come
Feel really
to see
good.
you.
The show's, it's really getting there. It's be ready to film properly in a month. It's already at the point where audiences think it's perfect, but I know that there's still tweaks to be done.
But how do you feel as a Scouse lad doing stand-up at the Philharmonic? I mean, how many Scousers how many Scouse comics have got to the... You must be in a very small group of people.
Yeah, I haven't really thought about it too much. And I think it'll probably sort of sink in a bit tomorrow when I'm stood on it. Because I'm doing a sound check at like 4 o'clock. And like Will's coming down to video some stuff, and Jack, our photographer's, coming down with me at 4. It's gonna be really great to do. I'm really, really, really excited. I've thought more about it today than I have at any other point, because not many people get to do this. Forget Scousers or like the fact that it's the Philharmonic Hall, which is iconic and whatever for Liverpool as a city. Not many people ever in human history get to go on stage and talk for an hour in front of 1,700 people. It's just not a very common occurrence. Like, most comedians never get past the circuit, and the ones that do get to do a couple of 100 seats or whatever.
It narrows really quick, doesn't it?
So it's an absolute pleasure and a privilege, and I'm very, very, very much looking forward to it. And we're doing it again next month.
Have you got peeps coming down tomorrow night? Is this the one where you're bringing
I've got a chunk of my family are coming down. This was the first one that went on sale, so a lot of my family bought tickets for this one rather than the one in June. So like I've got a few of my cousins coming down, and my little brother's coming down.
Are they all like chill about it, or are they, you know?
I don't really know.
Because I suppose they must get. There must be an element of them where they're like, yeah, it's just our Adam. He does fucking stupid stuff like it's mad. Because like it's the same year that you've done an arena, and like all of my family, like even my granddad's like, how many pay subscribers have you got? Like I know he doesn't get it, but he's trying to ask how many patrons we've got.
I don't think the film on
Are they getting it? Is it all just normal because you keep doing these massive things?
So, like, a chunk of my family came down to watch me tape Live at the Apollo. So, they won't be blown away by the Philharmonic Hall. Because Live at the Apollo, to them, it's a bigger venue and it's on telly. So, to them, that's probably a bigger deal. To me, personally, it's the other way around. Because it's easier to get booked for Live at the Apollo. And that's not easy by any means. I'm not trivialising it. I'm very grateful that I got to do it. It's easier to get booked for Live at the Apollo than it is to sell 1,700 tickets.
Yeah, there's a lot more comics have been on Live at the Apollo than have sold 1,700 tickets for a show.
So
let alone twice.
Like to headline a room like this, you know, that's the privilege, and it's also the thing that the people in the industry makes them sort of go, holy shit, which is important at this stage of my career for sort of the next few steps that we want to take. I don't think my family necessarily are going to be as blown away by the Philharmonic Hall as I am. Because I'm going to be like, wow, look at this. They'll sit back and be blown away when we do the arena with the podcast in December. Because as far as they're concerned, there's no difference between it being my show and the podcast show.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And the podcast, like several podcasts in this country now, is sort of greater than the sum of its parts. I can't sell the arena on my own. You can't sell the arena on your own. Carl certainly can't. But
I'm struggling to sell Sandbach in August. Danspreviews.com.
So, you know, they'll be sort of absolutely blown away when we do the arena and there's nearly 10,000 people there.
That's going to be something else.
Yeah.
That's the one that's made all of my friends and family go, huh? Like there's something about we are doing an arena and the amount of tickets we've already sold. God, there's more to sell, but we've done most, innit?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You can't walk 100 yards in Liverpool without seeing the posters.
That's made my friends and family go, I sort of didn't, this is.
Yeah. And my friends and family are also starting to see it a lot more because this goes hand in hand with selling these bigger rooms and putting arenas on sale. We've said this before with this room, and we don't want to keep banging on about our growth and sound like the most braggy cunts in the world, but also at the same time I kind of do. We've just hit 14,000 patrons today on the day of this record. And to us, not much is changing. While we're still sat in this room in Runcorn, we're not doing anything different.
It feels exactly the same as it did when we had 2,000.
No, but when we first got this studio, we had like 500. I think when Carl joined, we had like 600-ish patrons. And what we've done, and the way we see the record, is no different. Yeah. Okay, we've added 2 more people, and they're not here today, but it's normally Carl. When we had 700 patrons, it was just Carl. Then we had Finn, and then Steve is now a part of the team as well. But other than that, very, very minimal has changed. We've got some cola cubes on the shelf. That's a change. But there's no difference between what we've done in this room. So it's hard for us at times to really understand how much we're growing. But this weekend in Ireland, and being stopped on the street by people who didn't even know my show was on, and they just see our clips all the time. And in Liverpool, it's non-stop. In London, we had to stop filming the documentary a couple of days ago when we were in London because people are coming up. Because the awareness, and this is as much down to me and you being good comics who can make each other laugh and put funny content out, and the amount of clips that Carl, Finn, and Steve, when there's slack to be picked up, like that they get out a clip every single day. No one else is doing that, and it's creating such awareness of who we are, as well as boosting our friends' profiles when we get them on the couch and stuff.
But it looks the same in the room.
It looks exactly the same.
It's like if you could see a crowd, like that's the mental thing.
Yeah, if you saw how many people are listening, it's
Imagine if we could open that window, and in the field that's outside that window there. Imagine if like
14,000 people were just like, no, it's not, is it?
It's 120,000 a week.
Yeah, well, that's conservative, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's 120,000.
Per episode is what I meant. Like,
Immediately.
It's 120,000 audio and 120,000 on YouTube.
no, 120,000 between them.
No, I don't
roughly.
think it is, you know.
It might be more, but recently it's been around that.
Yeah, but that's only in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
And then there's like all the backlog of
Yeah.
that. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm just going to check something here because I'm convinced I'm right, but maybe I'm wrong. And obviously it's a faux pas to go on your phone during the record.
Are you doing a stat check?
Yeah.
I'll do Podbean.
I've got Podbean
Oh,
up.
you've got Podbean. Okay.
Let Adam do it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so in the past 7 days, we've done 120,000 downloads audio. And YouTube
Mental.
mirrors it. So it's 250,000 people a week.
Good fucking God.
That's 2 Glastonburys.
Yeah, and these pricks are at fucking Goodison
Yeah.
playing football for the homeless.
What's more important?
I call bullshit, Carl, with
So-
your fat ass.
Thank you very much to everyone who, by the time this goes out, even on Patreon, will have already been to the Philharmonic Hall on the 27th of May. And if you'd like to come and see me there next month, there is about 150 tickets left. They're up in the rear circle. But there's no bad seats in that room at all. And you can get them at adamrowe.co.uk/shows. And that is the one on Saturday the 25th of June. That is the one we're filming and hoping to sell to or YouTube.
Yeah. And 1,700 people a night. Just a little contrast. I'm doing the Northern Players Theatre. That's on June the 16th. That holds 55. So yeah, Newcastle-under-Lyme, Rothwell, Stourbridge, Sandbach and Skipton have all been added, including Hull. I mean, these are big rooms, 1,700. Some of them are 80, you know. Dan's previews. Shut the fuck up, Finn. Danspreviews.com. Finn?
I'm playing to 30 people tomorrow night, so, you know, we're all moving.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a meat and cheese board?
Yeah.
Dirty.
Fully.
Are you playing a gangbang?
Yeah.
Would you do that if someone said, "Look, we've got the annual real gangbang,
Yeah.
the summer gangbang.
Mm.
We just need some tunes in the background.
What kind of tunes do you think they
Let it be, Or
I can do that one.
yeah,
Yeah, Let It Be. It's good.
get back.
Just Beatles-themed orgy.
You know you want to.
I would
You'd
love
have to
that.
parody them, I think, and make them sexy.
Go
So, suck his dick, fist her ass and lick her tits. Come all over her face, close her eyes.
Close her eyes. Come.
You can't come on a girl's face with her eyes open, you blind the bitch.
Oh God. 1,700 tickets twice. Blind the bitch. Take a ticket here. Thanks for your support, guys. The 14,000 feels pretty sweet. Right, let's have an interval.
I've been shagging all the women with my long cock.
Will you still lick me? Will you still dick me when I'm 64? I would.
I've got a hard on, ooh, and I'm gonna put it up your ass.
Graham said to me, you know, I love to drink your pee, you know, he said so. I've just pissed on him and he feels fine.
I'm so glad that he fisted my ass. I'm so glad.
That was a silly, dirty end. Poor old Graham. And Adam's dead. Oh, I'm always on the internet, me, but I wish I could be on the internet in a different part of the world. If only there was something to help, Adam.
Well, you could fly somewhere, or you could travel there digitally using NordVPN.com.
Smart. That's smart. Makes sense.
I actually used this last night. I watched the Villarreal versus Liverpool first leg backstage at Sheffield, and I've got NordVPN on my laptop. And what I do is I set it to Canada, and then I watch it via a Canadian broadcaster. And now that they're sponsoring our podcast, giving our listeners up to 73% off the packages with the promo code HaveAWord by going to nordvpn.com/HaveAWord. You can literally set your location to anywhere on the planet, and then you can watch. You can go to like, oh, I'm in America. Now you've got American Netflix. You can watch The Good Wife, even though it's not on the British one anymore.
That's what I want to do.
Mad. You can watch footy. You can watch the 3 o'clock kickoffs. It's revolutionised the watching of sports.
Yeah, League One Al Jazeera. Get on me.
Absolutely. You can watch Mohamed Salah score goals in Saudi Arabia, and then you get the fucking sick commentary Oh, goal. You don't have to listen to Steve McMahon doing all his ingings. Shite. NordVPN.com/have-a-word. Promo code have-a-word.
Second section.
Want to go to bed.
Been ready for a snoozy woos?
Yeah.
Been a busy few weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah. Tomorrow, before me show, I'm going to go for a little spa.
Oh, yeah. Are you going to have a good night's sleep tonight?
No.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I don't sleep well anyway.
Not sleeping too good? Lad on the plate.
It's
Not sleeping makes you feel mental, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like weird today. I didn't sleep well last night at all. But tonight, I'm going to go home. I'm going to stare at the ceiling until I pass out. And then tomorrow when I get up. So, you seen the pile of washing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. It made so much sense. I was like, yes, that's... Yeah.
So what I did was I spent last night separating that into piles of T-shirts, jeans, and stuff that can be washed and dried and stuff. And then I finished it and I was like, why did I do that? What? To what benefit?
Because you're not going to wash it.
No. So tomorrow morning...
What are you going to do with it?
I'm going to take it to one of those companies that does it for you.
Right. Are you going to hire a van or...
I've got my Range Rover now, haven't I? I can put the seats down at the back.
I don't know. Range Rovers can do so much. Oh my God, look, Adam Rowe's driving to the Ukraine to clothe refugees. Oh no, he's going laundrette. Right.
Yeah, so I'm going to get them to do it. They normally take about a week, but that's
this
fine.
is going to take longer, isn't it? Oh my, I hope they're not Cantonese. They're going to be, oh my God. This motherfucker.
Yeah, there's a lot of washing. What I've been doing is coming home from a tour show, emptying me fucking suitcase, filling it up with new stuff and just getting off. I haven't had time to do anything.
No, I know. Yeah, fair enough. So why aren't you sleeping? Not to get too into it. Is it just a build-up of stress or you just always been a bad sleeper?
I've never been a good sleeper unless I'm drunk. And that's a dangerous train of thought, isn't it?
According to Finn, you don't sleep too good drunk.
He sleeps great.
I am the lizard queen.
Yeah, often once I'm asleep, I'm sound. It's getting asleep in the first place. But my shoulder, I get anxiety that my shoulder's going to pop out. So every now and then my brain wakes me up and goes, hey, just check your shoulders in. It is, yeah? Okay. Let's try and go back asleep. Remember there's those letters.
Oh, no. I've been watching a bit of Joe List stuff on Instagram. He's put a lot of his show is cut up into clips. He's got a great bit about, I was out on the road and I rang my wife and I was like, oh, I can't sleep. And she was like, have you thought about masturbating? It's like she doesn't even know me. As if I'd ring her before masturbating. That was the first thing I thought of. I was on 3 wanks before I thought, I'll ring her.
I do try and have a tactical wank sometimes.
Mate, if you can't sleep and you haven't pulled the pud, then I have no sympathy. I can't sleep. Yank your plank. Come on, bro. What are you, new? Come on. Ugh, come on. Sometimes I go for a nap just so I can have a wank. No, that's not true. I really like napping. Sometimes I feel really dirty.
You know what's really annoying?
Mid-afternoon if I just go for a wank and I'm like,
I can nap really well. So at night, I struggle to get asleep and stay asleep. In the afternoon, I can go asleep and not wake up.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's like I'm talking to the grown-up version of my baby 1-year-old. This is the same problem. Laura's like, if we let him nap too much in the day, he just doesn't sleep at night.
I'm the same.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
I can nap. I could go asleep on that couch right now and
Yeah.
stay there till
exact same.
midnight tonight.
Yeah.
At
Maybe you
midnight
need
tonight,
to change your nappy midway through the night. I don't know. That's what we do with Jack. Yeah.
it's my brain just going, hey, there's a parking fine that you've definitely forgot about, but you don't know where it is, so there's nothing you can do about it. So anyway, have a nice sleep. Go on. Oh, by the way, you need to send that information in. Oh, and Jürgen said to me, it's just constant. What I have to do is I have to put a podcast or something on my phone that my brain can focus on. I can't sleep with my own thoughts.
Yes, I know. You have undiagnosed ADHD, Adam.
I don't think it's ADHD.
It's fucking it's not a dig, but this is your head is tuned up like that. If you can't listen to your own thoughts and it stops you sleeping, you have to focus on something else to not. Most people would be like, yeah, I can't listen to something because then I start concentrating on that and then I can't sleep. But you're the other way. It's almost like you need to do these sort of reverse. I think you've got ADHD. It's not a problem.
ADHD.
You're high functioning, mental, but it's, it's working out for you. Philharmonic. ADHD works out, not when you need to sleep at 2 a.m.
No, bollocks. I haven't got ADHD.
What have you got?
Problems.
You got problems?
Problems I need to deal with that are in my brain.
You got 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Oh, yeah, that's true. Fucking hell. Jay-Z's writing for you, mate. I can't believe you're still single. Good on you, mate. Well done. The right thing. Because if there was a whole level of stress added, this will be even worse.
Did you worry I was going to come out of my last one and get straight into another one?
I join in on a lot of the banter that Carl does. I don't. You've been best friends for a long, long time. We've been working together for 2.5 years. So when I join in on some of this banter, I feel like I'm I'm jumping on the bandwagon a little bit. But I did feel like you'd got used to being in a relationship. And I've always been pretty mean about that. Like when I was in my 20s and early 30s, I was like, I've just watched a lot of people who were in shitty relationships because they couldn't just deal with the first 3 or 6 months of being single, where you have to go, oh, hang on, I can't just use someone as a crutch. I've got to deal with my own bullshit. And if you get past that, actually, I think it's great. I think you're better in your own company. And in a weird way, you're in a better position to meet someone new. Now, there is a problem that you can go too far down that road and go lone wolf. Yeah. But if I was still single now, that's it, innit? If you've spent most of your adult life single, you've got expendable income, you're in your 40s, fucking, who's going to be able to tune into that marriage-wise or long-term partner-wise? But I thought you were going to just want to be in a relationship again, and you've not done it. And I think it's a positive thing. Not that it's important what I think. I just think from a mate watching you, you've got so much going on. I was just worried that a very hot mental would be like, you can fuck me if you want. And you'd be like, great. Great. I just thought there was going to be a crazy, beautiful lady. But this is some good pum-pum. And you were going to be like, it is. Move in. I've got a penthouse. You can sleep on the pile of washing. Oh, Adam, you're such a gentleman. You let me sleep on the T-shirts. They're so soft. You can wash them if you like. I need a ring for that. Well, let's go to a jeweller's. Adam, did you hear Adam and the Mentals engaged? Yeah. Just because she washed his clothes. He was looking for that kind of commitment. So, well, mate.
Commitment! Last night for the first time, I turned my dishwasher on. I've lived this since February.
Is there a pile of dishes as well?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was just a pile of dishes that... And do you know
who's in there?
No, do you know what's really funny?
Have you checked for, like, a hostage? Like, who's in there? For a big pile of washing and Madeleine McCann's like, you all right?
Do you know what's really funny? The dishes have been there for a while. And about 3 weeks ago, Thomas Green stayed in mine after the tour show. And when he left, he texted me and said, I've filled your dishwasher for you. And last night, I turned it on. So there's been dishes there for about 3 weeks on the side. And then they've been in the dishwasher waiting to be washed for another 3 weeks. And yesterday, I finally bought dishwasher tablets.
You do what you... Oh, my God. So, you know...
That's exceptional laziness when you've got a box that does it for you and you won't even go, boop.
Good job I've not got ADHD.
Oh, God.
Just turn it on, Adam. Jürgen said to me, he said, don't turn the washing machine on. Recently, when we went boozing, you were like, you can stay at mine. And I was like, no, I'll get an overpriced taxi back to the hotel. Would have been way easier. Slightly worried that I'll stay at yours, wake up and start cleaning.
Why do you think I was asking you to stay?
For the company. If we can't monetize our chats, we don't do them. Yeah, I think I'd start tidying. I really would.
Do you know what? Up until the last 6 weeks, it's been very well kept. I've done well. Like I've patted myself on the back. It's been fine. The past 6 weeks have been so chaotic with work. When I'm in the flat, I just sit down and then I'm like, right, I need to pack for tomorrow. So I throw clothes on the floor and fill my bag with clean clothes.
You do need a cleaner. You need a housekeeper.
I'm getting a cleaner.
I think you might need a level up from that. I think you need a housekeeper who does sort of, it's going to cost them a bit more. So we got cleaners.
Yeah.
It's really good. Slightly annoying when 2 days later the house looks untidy, but that's fine. I've got to go over that because we've got kids. It's fine. One of the downsides is on Monday they came to do the cleaning and they got to the house at midday. I was in the garden office. It was sweet because I can see them potting around and I don't have to be like, yes, I do stand up. Oh, we do a podcast. Well, let me tell you what a podcast is. I needed a shit.
I done clean.
I needed a shit. I couldn't. It was just a really bad situation where you're like, oh, they've just got to the house.
Do you know when I
haven't got the control to be like, oh, they're here for an hour and a half, and then I'll go. I haven't got that anal dexterity.
When I had my cleaners in my old house, I needed a shit when they were there.
No.
I drove to Starbucks.
Yeah, good.
Oh, right, okay.
I drove to KFC. Now, here's a little advice. If you ever need an emergency on the road plop, go Starbucks. Don't go KFC. Because what I did was I went to KFC, and the KFC in Chester is down on the retail park, and it's not a good one. Like, it's not a good one. It's not nice. It's all right. They're friendly, but it's just a bit minging. The toilet, there's no lock on the thing. There was a guy in there, and I don't like letting rip when there's a guy washing his hands. So, it's just a bit grim. Then I went out, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm in KFC. So I got 5 boneless, the 4 pieces of boneless chicken. Sat there, ate it.
Needed another shit.
That's fucking grim. I was like, why have I come to a place to have a horrible shit? And then be like, I'm going to eat some fried chicken. Let that shit hit my tummy. My stomach's like, what the fuck you doing?
Do you ever feel a need to keep an eye on your cleaners in case they rob from you? I was always worried about that. I was always like, what are you doing over there? Oh.
Cleaning or stealing?
Yeah.
No, they don't seem very pinchy.
No.
They seem very nice. They are genuinely very nice. And they do a fucking great job as well.
Whenever they turn up, I let them know straight away. I said, look, I'm going to be keeping an eye on all of you. Listen, hey, you at the back. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you. And I've got hidden CCTV. So keep your fucking fingers in your pockets, okay?
Yeah.
Good girl.
So how do they clean? Just put the fucking...
What?
Put the duster in between the teeth. Fingers in your pockets. A fucking duster on their head.
Mr. Rowe is very mean. I'm not allowed to use my hands.
Figure of speech.
Oh, right. At the back, I'm just tracking back. A lot of them, is there?
There's normally
Like
5.
a fucking platoon of cleaners.
You
at the back. Hey, come on.
used to send between 3 and 5 women.
3 and 5 women.
Yeah.
Fucking
But you'd pay for like an hour, but you'd only get like 12 minutes out of them because there's 5 of them.
Checks out. Yeah. So you pay for an hour.
Yeah.
It's
they tell them they
expenses.
just blast it.
Fucking blast it.
Yeah.
Like it. They just do 12 minutes and then there's 4 of them waiting. And the next one starts. That's good. Okay. Yeah, we just have 2. I don't need, there's not like standing room only for the cleaners. We can... Don't go for a shit. Right, we did, last week we did, I'll just do this quickly. We're bad for this. We do things, then forget we've done them. But I've remembered, people have got on the weird toppings and weird food combos. Quickly, you can sit in judgment on this, like a confession. Is it noncy? Is it fine? All right? Aidan says, wag lids, after being with my missus for a few weeks, she made me a Sunday roast, and out of nowhere, there was ready salted crisps on the plate. I thought it'd be minging at first, but it was actually surprisingly good. She said her nan used to put them out when they had a roast. Ever since I've tried it, I'm all for it. Food judgment.
Ugh. Do whatever you want with your food. I'm not really asked if you want to do it, but this is fucking stupid and I actually don't believe you. You're a liar.
Adam just sort of backtracked to where we need him to be. Just live your life, but actually go fuck yourself. Bradley says, wag lids, my weird food combo has to be a strawberry jam sandwich on shit white bread with cheese quavers inside. Gives a cracking crunch. Cheers from Brad. Let me just add to your name, Brad the paedophile.
Quavers aren't allowed on butties.
But, I mean, strawberry jam butties. Aye.
I've never understood the old the jam or jelly on a butty thing. Butties are savoury for me.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's funny though, isn't it? Because in the morning, toast and jam's nice, isn't it?
Does it change when it's toasted?
Yeah.
What about, because have you ever had Nutella on toast or that sort of thing? No. You completely just butter.
Yeah. You've never
Butter
been a
or
jam man.
margarine.
You've never been a jam man.
No.
You almost don't take in any fruit of any type, do you?
I do like fruit. Looks good.
But to eat, to consume, I love it. I love a fruit bowl.
Do you know what do you know what I've noticed, right? Do you know what I've actually noticed? I really enjoy a lot of food that's good for me, but I don't crave it,
Right, okay.
right?
Yeah.
So I love vegetables. I really like salad. Like a chicken salad that I've made. I really like it with a bit of seasoning and the right sauce. Fruit, bananas, apples, oranges, the list goes on.
Kumquat.
Grapes, pomegranate. Honestly, I really enjoy it. But my brain is never like, hey, do you know what we fancy? Pomegranate. My brain will go, why don't you have 3 big bars of Galaxy for your tea?
Oh, God.
It's the convenience. It's the convenience. It's the preparing the fruit.
No, but you don't need to prepare fruit.
No,
you
shops have done this for you.
The pomegranate, you don't.
No, you just get a tub of it and you can just eat it.
Hey, shops know that we're lazy, dirty people.
You can get it.
They
It's
add like £3 onto the price for a slice of pineapple.
Oh, all right, you've had a pay rise. Jeez. As if the cost of living in Rill's gone up. Behave.
I don't know what it is. Like when I start eating healthier, which as we've already discussed, I'm going to start doing next
Tomorrow, mañana.
week. Next week. Next week, once I'm back from Paris, I'm on a health kick, and I will really enjoy the meals. I really will. But I've got a bit of gas there. That sounded like I was getting emotional.
If he talks about pomegranate, he fucking goes. That's what he's always been like.
I'll really enjoy it.
Don't get him on watermelon.
I'll enjoy me grilled chicken and veg with a bit of brown rice.
Yeah.
I will really enjoy it, but I don't crave it. What I do crave is Mackey's, KFC, Chippy, salt and pepper chicken.
And you got to stop the booze because no one in the history of drinking has woken up sore head, dehydrated, hungover, and gone, oh, really fancy some melon. It's just not happening, is it? Oh, I just want a mango medley. It doesn't happen. You want salt and carbs and cheese. I'm turning myself on a little bit.
Yeah, I wonder what it is. Wouldn't life be great if the things that you crave were healthy for you? Someone should invent that.
We could just have a bit of cocaine with vitamin B in, you know? Let's have some health. No, you're absolutely right. It's a fucker.
Imagine if
there are some, like strawberries, some fruit is really lovely. Like, if you've got a sweet tooth and you're trying to be healthy, like, there are some really, like, sweet, like, I don't know, they're not quite the same sweet.
Isn't it always better when you make it more unhealthy, though? Like, with strawberries, you put sugar and cream on it, instantly better.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I've been getting really into Haagen-Dazs recently.
What flavour?
Our local co-op's not great for stuff. It's one of them small ones. But it's just had Haagen-Dazs on offer. And then I noticed there's like a box. There's like a box of 4 little Haagen-Dazs. The salted caramel, the caramel selection. And I was watching Solar Opposites, the Rick and Morty thing that I was talking about. Just got back from Hot Water. You know Dean's Hot Water gig on a Monday? You're on stage. You're off stage at 7:45. Chatting away. I was back well before 9, and I live in Cheshire. I was like, oh, I'm going to watch. I just went over to the shop. 4 little salted caramel, chocolate brownie and caramel with vanilla ice cream. Fuck me, it's so good. Just like fatty little patty. Love it. Imagine if that was like good for you.
She works on the till.
Fatty little patty. There's a lady that works on the till called I feel like flirting with her just to make, I don't know. She must be, 58? Selling fucking salted caramel Haagen-Dazs. I hope she
I'd love to salt your caramel, bitch.
Okay, I just realised I've used a real name. I really, really respect the work you do on the front line of Co-op.
Get your rat out and I'll kiss it.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Kiss you right on the pussy lips.
No. Now we have to edit out the name because I have to face this woman. I have to face this woman.
Bet your bumhole's shiny in it, love.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
You big dirty co-op worker.
You big dirty Co-op worker. When Adam sleeps well, his dirty talk really goes out the window. Talk dirty to me, you fucking knob.
That you smoke a mean pole.
Good. That's the end of the food ones. So fucking stupid.
Did it hurt, love?
When
When you drop that box on yourself in the storeroom?
Yeah, that's a work-related injury. Sorry, I was trying to flirt. Did it hurt your ass when you sat down too quick? Because I shat myself on aisle 3.
Is your dad a thief? Or is that someone else leaving with a leg along?
So fucking stupid. People need advice, and Adam
Always.
gives great advice. And he talks dirty really well. You fucking dirty co-op bastard. Right, Anonymous. I have an agony Adam, and it's a serious one. A couple of years ago, me and my best friend slept with each other after a night out, both lads. However, we carried on for nearly a year sleeping with each other until he got a girlfriend. A few years later, drunk, I told someone that I thought I could trust, and they outed me on Facebook, tagged me in it as well as his girlfriend at the time. So now I've come out as bisexual. I lost my virginity to him, and now I'm happy, but to this day he denies it, and all my mates are split down the middle choosing sides. What can I do to make the situation not awkward for my friends? Please keep this anonymous, and love in the pod. This is
Juicy.
oh, this is a juicy one, sir. So they were they were having sex. Sorry,
You're going to say bumming.
yeah, they were bumming.
Yeah.
They were bumming.
Oh, we don't know that. They might have just been sucking each other off and licking each other's assholes. We don't know.
He lost his virginity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could have been a bumhole virginity. I think it was sex on it. Yeah. So they've kept it going for a year. That I tell you, who's the fucking rat in this? Whoever put that on Facebook, that's some fucking horrible shit. That's some nasty shit.
However, also,
I don't know, if I was young, would I not have been like, yeah.
the lad who's wrote in shouldn't really have told anyone. If that was a secret between them two, he shouldn't have told the person who put it on Facebook. If I sucked you off and you told Finn, I'd be fuming with you.
Yeah. I'd be fuming with you as well, for sucking me off. I just came round to clean.
No, but if we both fucked, right?
Yeah.
And you
I don't
told...
like this game. Can I just ring for a blowjob?
If we both fucked
Yeah.
and you told Steve Shenyaski before you told me you were going to tell him,
You'd be like, fuck off, mate.
like, I'd have every right to be upset.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
And I'd deny it.
Yeah.
I'd deny it.
Oh, would you?
I'd be like, Dan didn't bum me and I didn't bum in.
He's a liar.
Yeah.
We struggled to get the podcast back on its feet, wouldn't
Oh,
it?
he would, yeah.
Yeah. Just before we go to the
I
break.
think we should
Adam
make-
did bum me.
I think we should make a pact right now to never buff fuck.
You know what? If I wasn't so now naturally homophobic, I'd shake your hand.
Yeah. Can't do that.
Can't do that because you might try and fuck my hand. I know what you're like. Yeah, I think just for the best of the business, do you want to witness this?
Yeah.
And everyone watching?
No buff fucking amongst any staff members unless we hire a woman who wants to fuck me.
No. Sorry, I'm not willing to make that commitment. Carl's just, who knows?
You haven't got the cock to find his bumhole through all that
I
ass.
know, but what if, I get lost in Liverpool one night and I need somewhere to sleep just on one of them butt cheeks? So safe.
Like a little mermaid.
Like a fucking Sefton Park. Yeah, let's make that promise to each other.
No bumming.
No, okay.
I won't bum you. You don't bum me.
Do you know what? I'm so glad that we've
That
said this now.
Jäger is a red.
I'm so glad that you're not bumming me instead. Because the season's coming to end with Liverpool and you're going to be looking for things to do.
Yeah. I am.
I just don't want it to be me. I want it to be the Spanish language.
Yeah.
Because if you fuck me, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
So, honestly, because after 2.5 years, I think there's been an undercurrent of like, are these guys going to fuck?
Definitely.
I think we get a lot in the comments, like, are you going to lean in? So, great. Good. That's real clarity, that.
But I'll say
hang
this
on,
right now.
Hang on.
right?
What?
Second pact. If we somehow fail on the first one,
Yeah.
it stays between us. No, you can't tell anyone we've bummed if it happens.
Right. Why are you ashamed of me in this imaginary bumming?
I'm not ashamed that I've bummed you or that you've bummed me. I just think it would be better for everyone if nobody knew.
Oh, it makes me feel really bad about this imaginary bumming. Brilliant. Great. Well, that's now my confidence gone.
Okay, good. The gaslighting has begun. I haven't even fucked yet. I'm already inside your head. Now you want me.
Well, that's not where I want you at all.
Now you want me.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, Finn. Can you edit that out as well? Can you edit my name out of this? Yeah, good. Cleared it up. What's the question? I've gone blind in one eye. Oh, God. Do you remember when we were talking about Haagen-Dazs?
And
Um,
the co-op cum guzzler.
so, such a fucking penis. This is why I'm not fucking you. Was it? There's nothing you can do here, kid. This is a bad situation. And in all truth, you've been fucked over. You've talked to someone you shouldn't have talked to. I know that's hard, but if he doesn't want to be outed, I know it makes you look like you've lied. I think for your own happiness, you have to sort of let this one go and just know in your heart what happened.
Or get him drunk and record him a bit into it.
Oh, yeah. Or bum him again and record it.
I mean, yeah.
Which is illegal. Which is illegal. Tag him in. Not on Facebook, because you're not a fucking flag nonce or a gnana.
Get him drunk and get him to just break slightly. Where he's like, look, I'm gonna start telling people that I was lying because I want you to be able to, you know, carry on with your missus and live the life because I love you and that's what you need to do. But
Could you just say clearly into camera one, we did have loads of bum sex? Because just for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that. Yeah, con him.
So wear a wire.
Wear a wire.
Yeah.
Wear a wire or fuck him in the ass and film it. Your choice.
Yeah.
Gavel.
Or just let it go. Let it go. Oh, a gentle gavel.
Yeah.
That's really a considerate gavel.
Mm.
What was that?
Give him your gentle gavel.
That sort of makes sense.
Bum him slowly.
I can't wait for it. So can't wait till we can you just get bum him slowly in Spanish? Because I think this podcast is gonna
Bam him slowly.
I tell you what, when you learn Spanish, I don't know if I'm not gonna be like, just did it for me.
Is the screen on, or do you want me to just say
No,
it?
you just say it. Tell us what it is.
Quemarlo lentamente.
Quemalo lentamente.
Bum him slowly. See.
Sí. Muy,
Can you
muy
put
bien.
let it go in Spanish?
That was the explicit version of the Fugees song.
What?
Bumming him slowly with his cock. Bumming him slowly
Déjalo ir.
with his cock.
What?
Making him
Can you stick the TV on? I want to
Yeah.
read this.
in
With
his
his
ass.
Bumming him slowly with his cock.
Strumming his
Déjalo
cock with his
ir.
fingers.
My friend, for everybody's sake, but for your heart, déjalo ir.
Déjalo ir.
Strumming his cock
Déjalo
with his
ir.
fingers.
Déjalo ir.
Putting his jizz in his hair.
Been really sensitive how we've dealt with that.
Bumming him slowly with his cock.
You know, because there's
Bumming
two
him
white
slowly.
straight men for now. You know, I think that could have been done insensitively on this podcast, but I think we dealt with that with a deft touch, didn't we?
If only they'd have had that agreement beforehand.
What?
Same agreement you had. They'd had that, we're not going to do this, or we're not going to tell anyone. They'd have been fine.
Yeah, I don't think you get drunk and fuck your mate after a night out when you're both straight lads and be like, hey, whoa, let's get a pact. I think you just get drunk and start touching dicks, don't you?
Packed coffee in this next ad break.
I'm talking about packs. Pack coffee when you've bummed your mate. Oh, that you don't want that.
When you've bummed your mate, but you're tired the next day from all the bumming, wake yourself up with packed coffee. We've made a pact that we need to wake ourselves up.
I think we've just lost the sponsor.
Laura loves them, by the way. Laura really loves them, and she loves bumming men. I'll be into it.
Packed coffee for all the gay men out there.
Pegging me slowly with her cock. Pegging me slowly.
How far down this do you reckon you could get if you sat on it? Do you reckon you could get all of this up your ass?
Oh my God, it's like a reverse Children in Need, isn't it? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're up to 20,000. You're down to 30 centimetres. No, I've got quite a loose arsehole. Not loose, shallow. I've got a shallow arsehole, yeah.
Only interested in people's looks. Your asshole will not take the dick of an ugly man. It's like, no, I'm shallow. I want a fit man, or none at all.
Very sensitive. Déjalo ir. See? See?
Yeah.
Anything else?
No. It's time for a break. I make a pact to have a break. We need callback. I'm not saying something. All right, lads, want to tell you about one of our sponsors. It's Pack Coffee. Make a pact to drink better coffee. I don't drink coffee. Laura does. She loves Pack Coffee. We got some delivered. She's into it. You like Pack Coffee?
I absolutely adore it. You can always tell when I've had a coffee when we're in the studio because I'm quite sort of quiet and reserved until I've had one. And then as soon as I've had a Pack Coffee, they call me chatty, bang, bang.
Call to action. This is 50% off your first and third offer, plus some pods. Make a pact to drink better coffee. If you haven't tried Pack Coffee yet, we'll help you get started with 50% off your first and third order when you create a new pack plan. Enter the code
WORD50
at checkout.
There's so many reasons to love this coffee company. Like, they put the names of the farmers on the bags. We've told you this before.
You love that bit, don't you?
I do. Because I think it's really nice. I think that's, like, if you go to another, like, big chain of coffee, you don't know that John the Farmer has made this coffee.
No, John
you don't
Coffee.
know. You couldn't possibly know. Hang on. What was the name of Keith, Gary, Barry, Ian, Leo? Who made me coffee?
Gary
Pack Coffee. Let you know.
Enter the code WORD50 at checkout. You can also use this offer on their brand new and improved coffee pods. We got some delivered. Laura absolutely loves them, which come in their classic bourbon, cream, and fruit and nut espresso flavors. For these, packed to use controlled oxygen levels. You love oxygen level controlled coffee, don't you?
Do you know what? I often walk in, if I'm not at home and I haven't got access to me Pack Coffee, I walk into a coffee shop and I'm like, did you control the oxygen levels when you were making this? And they were like,
Fucking
yeah.
better have. And is it made by Martin or John or Gary?
And if they're like, no, we didn't, I'm like, be gone! Keep your coffee, for I am going home for a cup of packed.
Enter the code WORD50 at checkout. Nice one, lads.
Chatty, bang, bang.
Part
3.
Part what?
Part 3.
Nice.
It's part 3 out of 4. We always do 4 sections,
Just
don't we?
I love it how you do the little bit of accounting on the numbers. 3 of 4.
Yeah.
Shane Todd's here.
Good to be here, lads. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for
Proper
coming in.
podcaster.
Sort of, I did your podcast last week.
Yeah.
Tea with me,
Yeah.
it's called. And, you know, I'm having tea with you again.
I'm having coffee.
You're having coffee.
I want a tequila.
A tequila.
Yes.
I want a tequila. I don't know. I just saw it.
You did? You know, if Laura ever divorces you, you do realise you're going to become a full-blown alcoholic.
Oh, you're really doing it?
Oh, yeah. I'm having a tequila. Yeah.
You want a tequila?
No, I'm not doing things.
Not a big one. Just a little, you know.
Just like 40 mil.
Just an M56 tequila.
Dan's coming out boozing tomorrow
Oh, nice.
in Liverpool.
Yeah.
like tequila,
He's going to come and watch me tour show.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we can tell them now because they...
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to get him up. I'm just going to get him... Thomas
nice.
Green's opening, but I'm
Nice.
going to get Thomas to bring Dan up to do a little surprise set as
I
well.
was going to say, it's nice to be at a mate show when you're a stand-up and not have to worry about the pressure of being on. The first time I did the Waterfront, which is like a cool venue in Belfast, my mate Dave was sort of sat side of stage, but the audience couldn't see him, but I could see him. And he's obviously being like pretty quiet. And he was having a few drinks because he wasn't working. And at one point, I was like setting up a closer, and it's like real quiet. And he did like a ring pull of a can. And it like, because that venue's built for like the acoustics are unbelievable.
Yeah.
So he did that, and it just it just vibrated around the entire arena. Just one man cracking a can of Stella, and I saw him out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, "You fucking piece of shit!" Most important gig of my life.
Because he's seen the bit. He's like, all right, I like this bit. Yeah, none of the suspense.
I don't know if you're 100% aware of this. You know, like in Liverpool, right? How there's more than most of the cities on the mainland of the UK, local acts can sell a lot of tickets. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
There's not like the big fucking Sheffield comedian is selling whatever.
No.
Like, do you know what it's like over there? Tell him how many nights you're doing at is it the Grand Opera House?
The Grand Opera House. Yeah.
How many nights are you doing?
9.
Shane? 9?
It's wild. And like, I just add them and go, this is not right. Like, at some point, this will end soon.
No, yeah, because you'll
just
have
rent
sold a ticket to everyone in Ulster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you could get into the specifics of working that out, and it would be like 1 in every 100 people or something like that.
So when you're right, okay. So that's Belfast.
Yeah.
Jesus
Look at that.
Christ.
And also, like, that should definitely be for like Pavarotti and stuff. You know, like amazing stage
beautiful.
stuff. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Thousand, 1,000 capacity.
the guy who built that and designed it had no idea that you were going to be on that stage talking about your cock.
Yeah.
Like 100 years later.
Well, you go. So when you tour,
Yeah.
I'm just talking Ireland. You're
Yeah.
doing 9,000 tickets in Belfast.
Yeah.
Is that not? It's not in a 9-day run.
No, it's split up into 2. So
Can you imagine that by getting day 7? Like, oh, this is fucking boring. This
the thing about
work again.
like, I've tried to get into the Opera House for ages, but it's hard because they have like runs of shows, of like proper stage shows.
Yeah, and they were like, yeah, we haven't got 9 gaps, Shane. That's also a problem, isn't it?
But you have to move for like shows that'll be there for
Yeah,
3
yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
and it's always like a stage production involving like an ex-boy band member and a superstar. Like it's like Anthony Costa and Chesney. You know what I mean? It's always like there's a formula to it. It's always like one of each.
Those cunts book in early, don't they? Well known for it.
It's Ben from A1 and A and B. Like, it's always just 2 guys doing a weird production. So half the runs in June, I think, spills into July a bit, and then September, October kind of
So
time as well.
just for me, because I love this sort of stuff. When you go down to Dublin, what are we doing?
Oh, it drops off quite a bit.
But like,
Belfast, we'll call it the sweet spot.
Right.
Dublin, I'll maybe do like, I could, off the top of my head, I reckon I could do 150.
wow, you are the king of. So what about in Northern Ireland? What about Derry, Londonderry? I don't know what to say. By the way, I did both. I don't. Listen, I'm playing there September the 3rd, and I am walking out to the national anthem of the United Kingdom because of this prick, and I am not trying to piss anyone off that's driving in from Derry, stroke Londonderry.
Yeah.
You know that.
Weirdly, in Derry, that's where they care about it the least. You would think like they're real sensitive about it. They're actually, I think, quite easy going about it. And most people in Derry, no matter what, I think say Derry. But it's like this myth about it from outside. But like you're English, you'll be fine. You have nothing to worry about. Say Londonderry, do the national anthem thing. No worries. Where are you staying?
I'll tell you after. I'm actually running home.
So weirdly,
I'm going to be swimming for a bit. Run, swim, run. It'll be fine.
Weirdly, I'm doing the Millennium Forum in Derry, which is about 850, but I've never sold well there before. I could do like 9,000 in Belfast and move 15 miles outside of Belfast. There might be certain towns where I couldn't do 50.
You can't even go to the shops.
No.
You can't even go to the shops in Belfast. If you just go slightly down the road.
Slightly out,
Just
I'd
out.
struggle.
Yeah.
I'm doing Armagh, which is probably 40 minutes away, and you know it's good numbers, but it's way slower. But it's just people go to Belfast for their big night out. If they're going to see a tour show, they go to Belfast.
So you loved it. I can't wait, man. I've done the Empire twice. Once when I wasn't ready, and they let me know. They let me know.
Yeah.
And the second time I was older, better comic, and it went well.
Yeah. It's like here, like we were talking about differences between Belfast and London in terms of comedy. Belfast now is becoming like a real good comedy city, and people do like support their own, which is so rare. Like that didn't happen for a long time.
No, when I first gigged in Belfast, there was nothing like what you guys have got with. Like there's a whole fucking crew in it. It's like what we're doing in the Northwest. It's great.
Yeah, and
it's the future, isn't it?
I was saying we like, you know, the fact that you just have like this set, and it's so interesting to actually be here and see it. Like we were like with my podcast, we went, maybe we could have a fix. You know, it's like you just waiting for people to tell you can't do it.
People across the sea.
Across the sea. You know, with speech impediments.
So yeah, like seeing and that's part of the reason why we actually got a set. So like it's
You're doing it properly though. By the way, hey, we've had people. I've been a bit cunty about this. I went on the Hot Water Green Room podcast that they've done, and I was like, "This is the best done rip-off of us so far." But I love seeing people do it well.
Yeah,
like, do it well. You can't just cobble it together with that camera your nana's got, and then you know, like you got like yours looks fucking great.
Cheers. It's we were saying it's accountability. It's because there's other people involved. So I used to do my own podcast by myself called, and my name's the Shane Toddcast.
Hey!
Now that's like, I stopped my effort at that. I was like, we've got it. Yeah,
so that's me, famous.
And I would do like, because it was just me recording it, me uploading it, it was just me. I would do like 3 episodes and put them out every Wednesday. And then I'd miss a Wednesday, miss another Wednesday and go, guys, that's a wrap in season 1. I would always like, I'd miss 2 episodes and then be like, we're back season 7.
Oh, we should have done that. We could have been on season 48 by now. Fucking brilliant.
But yeah, the accountability's good. But no, I love here. I love Liverpool. Like, I think I started coming over at the very start of when Hot Water was starting.
Yeah.
And then didn't come back for a load of years and came back when it was properly like up about 4 years ago. Started coming over to do tour shows, and it's great. Even if cab drivers don't want to take you from the centre of Liverpool to here.
Yeah, because this isn't Liverpool,
Right.
like, at all.
Yeah, Eddie told me that. Eddie, shout out Eddie, the cab driver. I had the feeling he didn't want to take me here because he told me 7 times he didn't want to take me here. He was livid.
Right.
Was it a black taxi?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Because
Is that a bad move?
no, I mean they're often slightly more expensive, but I didn't say this off pod when you told us how much you paid to get here, which was 60 odd quid.
Yeah.
But Eddie has taken you on the scenic route.
Yeah. How was Leeds? Did you enjoy it? Was it nice?
Drove past Old Trafford. London's good. Over the Thames Bridge.
To see a few sights, mate.
Funny enough, he said he was just booking a holiday as he dropped me off.
Barbara, we're going 5 stars.
Yeah, that is a 25 quid Uber, a 35 quid black taxi.
Right, and here's how I think he spotted me and went, I can make a few quid out of this guy. I got him to pick me up at Liverpool 1, so like big tourist guy. I had a big like JD Sports shopping bag. I had my backpack on. He's heard my accent. He's seen pound signs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go, but I'm going to make the most of it.
I think next time I'll probably just fly directly to the airport here.
Yeah. Runcorn International.
Runcorn
Yeah.
It's a good move.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to move my car, though, because it's on what will be the runway. Yeah. I don't even want to land here, but I've got a holiday coming up. Yeah, so listen, we can't talk about Belfast comedy without asking about what happened with Kevin Hart. Like, I know you'll have...
It sounds like we've murdered him.
Where is Kevin Hart? Where's Kevin Hart? Where is
Liverpool
he gone?
1.
Right, okay, good.
I know, because we spoke briefly about this when I met you last week, and I'll let you tell the full story, but I want you to... I don't want you to miss out this sentence.
Yeah.
He's opened for Kevin Hart now. Is it 15?
15.
15 times, and he hasn't met him yet.
The guy doesn't know me from Adam, which is what he called me the first time he brought me on. I've never met him.
Right. Because Adam's been on your podcast, and all your lot who'll be watching this because you're on. And I've had a few messages just because we mentioned it on the Patreon episode just gone that you were going to be on. I've had several messages of people going, oh my God, like it's their 2 favourite things combined. Like, oh my God, fever dream. But Kevin Hart's been over to Northern Ireland filming a movie.
Netflix film.
And you have been doing gigs with him.
Yep.
Maybe our lot don't know any of this. I need to know the full story. Like, what the fuck happened? How did you even find out about it? Did Kevin Hart's people ring your people?
So we actually have the same agent, which is hilarious because if you go on their roster page, it's like Kevin Hart, Steve Martin, Will Ferrell, me, and like it's the most like it's the weirdest thing to look at. But we madly have like the same agent. He came over doing Netflix. Oh, he's still here.
How did you get signed to We're looking for
American
four.
agencies have big rosters, don't they? I'm assuming you mean American.
I liked that you were like, how did you get that? And you're like, don't worry, they have big rosters.
No,
They
the
throw
way
a lot of shit at the wall.
The way you
Some
made
of
it
it
out.
fucking sticks.
It's like, oh yeah, we've got it's quite a roster. Like
The
it's Tom
Mount
Cruise, Benicio del Toro, and Ian Beale. Like what?
I'd love it if
I don't know how it works.
his name on the website, Ian Beale, not Adam Woodgett.
I don't understand how you can.
They've signed the character. Ian Beale. Not the actor.
Oh, that was the actor's name.
Ian Beale's in the new series of Ozark.
He's in the calf. Have you seen the calf scenes in Ozark? I honestly thought that was the actor's name. Fucking hate soaps. Oh, good effort, Dan. You fucking know.
No, I had done some shows in the States, and just again, it's like doing 9 nights. It's all like a bit of a, I don't know, and I don't want to think too much about it.
Shane, you must be
But it's
good
just-
if you go over to America and do a few shows, and Will Ferrell's agent's like, we need to sign you.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen you do stand-up, but now I'm kind of excited
please
about
don't, because the expectation level's there. It won't be what you
This
think.
guy murdered Kevin Hart.
So it's he's coming over Belfast 3 months, shoot a movie. It's people shoot all the, like, they shot Game of Thrones, all these tax breaks, that kind of thing. And also, if you shoot in Belfast, like, if you need anything, we can get it. You know what I mean? It's not too hard. Whatever it is you need, we'll get. No, and I mean anything.
Right.
Anything.
Right.
Easy to get.
Yeah.
A location.
Okay.
VHS player. Anything.
Right.
Anything you need.
End of list.
It's a small place. Everybody knows everybody. It's a small place.
Yeah.
So even like when we're doing sketches, you know, if you were doing sketches in London, it'd be a nightmare if you needed a bar scene. Get a location. Home's so small, you just commandeer. You can just hijack.
Yeah.
It's easy to film in Belfast, so that's why they're doing it here. And then he apparently, because he's about to do.
I love that list, by the way. I felt that list was going in a way darker direction. Like, anything. I can get you anything.
Yeah.
VHS,
Yeah.
player,
Whatever you
and
need.
tape.
Whatever you need.
Right, cool.
So he's doing the movie and getting ready. So he's there for 3 months.
Do you know what movie it is?
It's called Lift.
Lift.
Yeah, it's a heist movie.
Couldn't get a fucking lift.
It's about a taxi.
They couldn't hide a lift in London or Philadelphia or New York. They're like, where can we get a lift? And one of Kevin Hart's boys was like, I know where we can get a lift. I can get motherfucking in.
Yeah, and I've
Belfast.
I know Ian Beale.
I phoned our agent and I said, I just met Eddie at Liverpool 1. This is the guy to be the co-lead in Lift. It's just
He didn't want the fare.
It's Kevin Hart and Eddie just giving off.
Loads of chemistry, though.
It's a heist movie.
It's a heist movie.
Yeah, because The Rock's busy now, so we've just got Eddie. These two. One's a miserable cunt scouse taxi driver. The
Is
other's Kevin Hart.
Kevin doing the heist or is he the bank clerk?
I don't know. I don't know too much about it.
What?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do you mean Kevin Hart's playing the bank clerk?
Yeah, he works in NatWest.
In Belfast?
Why you try?
Is it not set in Belfast, is it?
I thought you were querying whether we had banks in Belfast.
No, I
Just a guy with a notebook.
query whether you have Philadelphia
We've got
black
Philadelphia.
American guys working in NatWest or Ulster Bank.
What makes them more interesting? Obviously, Kevin Hart's the lead in the movie. But I would rather watch him be the bank clerk who saves the day than be the guy who does the heist. I'd rather watch Kevin Hart being like, I'm not giving you my motherfucking money. I haven't heard him talk for a while.
You nearly did American Jew again. Oh my God. You want all this money? Oh, but I'm just a lowly Belfast teller in the fucking NatWest. Oh my God. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Could you be less racist? Cheers.
I don't even think we have NatWest.
No, you don't. That sounds really, now I actually think about what National Westminster sounds like. Yeah, it doesn't sound like someone's going to do very well in Belfast.
So he's about to do like world tour, and again, I've never shot a movie. If I did, and I was going to be somewhere for 3 months, I would park stand up. Maybe I'd do some spots.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, every night, why don't I just do gigs in Belfast? Two very like small crowd, different size of crowds, and most days. There was a while where like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he'd film 7 a.m., 7 p.m., have dinner, run the show, and he wanted to do 30 shows. We've done 15. I think there might be more. He's doing some arena shows, Belfast, Dublin, and yeah, it's wild because if you're doing sport, you show up, you open, you do 15 minutes. There's a break, short break. There didn't used to be a break, and then you bring him on, but he arrives after it's started, just because.
Yeah.
He has he would be obviously. Sometimes you get mobbed at a show. If you're him,
He's
you're
in
not
and
going to
out.
make it to the stage.
Yeah.
So it's an in and out kind of thing.
The small shows are the one, because I get it. Like if he's over and he's like, "Cool, can we run some big gigs at like an opera house or anything?" That makes sense to me. It's the Kevin Hart turning up to the Seats 50 gig in Belfast somewhere.
Yeah, Limelight. He's literally and Limelight is somewhere where like people go on nights out. Students love it. You know, it's a
nightclub that they put shows in as well.
Yeah,
isn't it? It's a proper multi-purpose venue.
Yeah. They do funerals September 3rd on Nightingale.com.
And it's and I'm a fan, so and I didn't know what to expect seeing it in this environment, in this size. The fact that he's just working out. I said to you, it's my favorite hour of his since Laugh at My Pain, since one of the early ones. It is phenomenal, and to watch it every night. At the start, I was like, maybe I'll watch a few of them, and then I'll just go home after my set. See, watching the slight changes and the differences in it, and just being in the room, it's unbelievable.
So I'm a Kevin Hart fan from the early days.
Yeah.
Now, the last 3 things he's brought out, I'm like, saw him live 7 years ago, in an arena, dead disappointing. Didn't think it was great. Some really good bits that then I don't think he landed that well. Being critical as a comic.
Yeah.
Everyone in the room fucking loved it.
Yeah.
My wife loved it. It was just me being a comic, like, it was all right. You know?
Yeah.
Like you watch some stand-up now and you're like, yeah, it's fine. It's there because they're famous. That show would not have made them famous.
Yeah.
Is that a bit of an unfair way of looking at it?
Yeah, well,
I would love to see him in a small room.
I was not judging it with a bias as a fan. I was like, I'm just going to see what this is like. I thought it was unreal, and then a couple of weeks ago, I sat in the audience with a couple of mates and watched it, and it's properly good, and it gets better all the time. Oh. So it's cool to do it, but it's definitely a weird experience.
What's Chappelle's special where he just throws in that second special in the small room at the store?
So the first one is called Equanimity, and the second one is called the one at the store is the Bird Revelation.
Yeah.
The Bird Revelation, as a comic, I love that one because it feels like you're watching him do an hour of new stuff about stuff that happened that week.
Yeah.
And it's very untested, unpolished, unfinished. But it's just, I'd rather watch a comic do that than see their finished hour, personally.
Well, yeah, and why are more specials not done? Like when I watch Kevin, now, it's different because obviously you want to show the scale of where you're at. But like small, intimate rooms, I'm like, they're the specials I love. Like when you see small and you feel like you're in the room.
I play them exclusively. That's just me though, Shane.
I've been listening to a good few American comedy podcasts recently with all the driving I've been doing, and it seems to be the general consensus from the Yanks is that 1,200 seats is the pinnacle. They all say I'll do like Bert Kreischer, Segura, like Rogan. Hearing them talk about it, they're like, we'll do the arenas. And it's great, and we've got to do them because otherwise we would never have a night off again. We sell so many tickets now, we've got to do an arena.
Superstars.
But when I take my special, I'm getting a 1,200 seat theatre and doing it in there.
Yeah.
Because they see that as the optimum number of people in a room for stand-up.
And it's around the cutoff, isn't it, of watching the person on stage as opposed to the video screen.
Yeah.
And then you may as well be at home.
1,000 people back, you are in the room.
Yeah.
It's lost some intimacy, but it's still, big laughs. Who's the comic? Tonight, we put a gig on, 80-seater, Phase 1 in Liverpool. I've been running a new material night there. You've done some stuff there. Dean from the Mild High Club runs their live show there in a gig, and it's a great little 80-seater room for stand-up. Who is the comic that you would love to book to see them do a 45-minute headline show? If you could get any comic in the world, get them down to a little room to see them, like you saw at the Limelight with Kevin Hart, who would you love to see do a...
Like, for me at this stage, it's probably Segura. Like, I've heard a lot of stories about Chappelle when he's working a show up can be quite self-indulgent. And look, this is not a criticism, and I've got no experience of it, but I've heard he will go on and he will talk and make it not funny for 30 minutes, but then the next 5 minutes is fire, and he's trying to find it all. And I get it, because he's in his head, he's like, I'm building a legacy of specials, and I've got to do this to make the next special great. I don't necessarily think, because I know he did a couple of shows in London a few years ago where comics I know went to see it and was like, I'm gutted that I went, to be honest, because it was too early in his process for me to have seen that.
Yeah, you're allowed to, if you're Chappelle, you're allowed to charge less in a small room and be like, this is for me. If you want to be here, you've got to sort of sign up to it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like cheap tickets either. For me at the minute, I think Segura is one of the best on the planet. I'd quite like to see him in
I'd like to see Louis C.K. in a small room.
Yeah.
Like, I know there's been a load of shit, and I know there's a load of people in this country and in our industry that want him cancelled for good, and I don't think that's happened, and it's not happening. He's coming back.
He's doing the Apollo and
performing all the time.
I'd love to see him in a small room, just to see where he's at after a sort of hiatus where he's been out of the spotlight.
Well, you sort of be honest, he's released 2 specials since his thing. I with Louis, I think if I was to go and see him live, I want to see him talk about the thing that everyone wants him to fucking talk about, to be honest with you.
I think he does.
Huh?
He does.
On his so the 2 specials he's released since the controversy.
Has he done 2?
Yeah, he released Sincerely Louis C.K., which he does talk about it briefly, but he's very dismissive of it. And in the latest one, he makes 1 reference to it.
It's not dealing with it, is it?
No. He hasn't done... Like, the Louis C.K. thing, for me, the problem I've got with what happened, which obviously... And for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, Louis C.K., there was allegations that came out that he'd been masturbating in front of women. Now, the argument against his cancellation is that he always asked the women, could he do it? The argument that still makes that wrong is that he was in a position of power and the women felt like they couldn't say no. On top of that, when the women threatened to sort of tell people about this and felt like they'd been put in a position where they couldn't say no, he allegedly got his management to threaten the women and say, if you tell people that he did this, we will sort of do everything we can to hamper your careers. That, for me, that threat is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
And that's where the hatred and the anger towards him and him attempting to make a comeback comes from. Now, Louis C.K. as a comic has always been, or certainly presented himself as, soul-bearing, showing the worst parts of human nature and especially human male behaviour. And he's always been warts and all.
Gross, honest.
We're awful. We're all horrific, especially men. Look how shit we are as people. If there's any comic on the planet who can do what he's done and then do the stand-up routine that gives him at least a glimmer of a shot at redemption and forgiveness from the people he's hurt, it was Louis C.K. And in the 2 specials he's done since that, he hasn't even tried to do that. Yeah. And that, for me, is the thing. And if I was to see Louis C.K. in a little room or go and see him in a theatre or see his next hour, for me, he's like... I watched his recent one. I downloaded it because it was called Sorry. And I thought it was going to be what I was after. And I wanted to see it. And it's not. And I understand what he's doing. He's going, I can't say sorry anymore. The show's called Sorry. The fucking backdrop says sorry. I've said sorry.
Yeah, but you've not dealt with it.
No.
You've not explained it.
So I'd like to see him do that. I don't necessarily think he's ever going to do it. I think he just wants to move on, but we'll see.
It's going to be interesting to see what reaction there is when he gets over here. Because he's...
Well, there'll be no mainstream press. That's his challenge.
Yeah. But they'll sell out. They're probably already sold out.
Yeah.
They're probably already sold out because they're already on sale. I guarantee you the Apollo's sold out. Wembley Arena might not be, but he's doing Wembley Arena.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen an angry tweet about it. I just know it's on sale.
Yeah, we'll see how that pans out. Who's your small room?
Someone like Cedric the Entertainer. Something like that.
That'd be fucking great.
For a second, I thought he was dead. I was like, thank God.
No, let me break it down.
Someone, either someone like that or, yeah, like a stadium comic to get the novelty of what I'm seeing. Like Sebastian Maniscalco, I'm a big fan of his. Yeah. Maybe somebody like that.
Really? Do you like Sebastian? I haven't tuned into his cadence the right word?
Yeah.
The fucking I'm like I've seen some of his early stuff where that was toned down or hadn't been like turned up.
I went to see him in he just happened to be on in the Comedy Store. It was like a split bill show, with loads of other comics
In
and he
Los
was on.
Angeles?
Yeah, and he was real like laid back, like real played it down, and he was and
Oh, there you
Tom
go.
Segura was on here. I'm a big fan of loads of other people, like all headliners, all stadium comics, and he stood out. He really stood out.
Fucking
It's
hell.
great.
Yeah,
I
I've
like
heard that. He used to live in Bill Burr's building, didn't he? And he told Bill Burr, I'm thinking of starting stand-up. And Bill was like, oh yeah, good luck with that.
he and looking at him, I go, that's somebody I get on with as well. And we talked about, you know, there's two types. You know, like some comedians love the late night, a few pints after the gig and all that kind of thing. He looks like me. He looks like after the show, he'd be heading home.
He likes to be in bed by 10:30.
No. Sleep at 10:30.
Yeah.
Asleep at 10:30.
You see, what's ruined me agreeing with you and saying that sounds great is that I just had a shot of tequila before we started this section. So I look
in an
like
industrial estate.
an absolute fucking mess. But yeah, I like
You
to go to
drink?
bed early.
Rarely. It's a novelty.
What gets you drinking?
Oh, like it's just gotta be, you know when it's a certain temperature outside
Yeah.
and you look up and you know the Lord's smiling.
I looked up and I said, louder.
When the Lord holds his glass, I go, yeah.
All right, yeah.
So you're a day drinker?
No, I mean, I say I'll have a few. I have a kid who's nearly 2, and I wasn't that much of a drinker beforehand, but the early starts, I hate it. And the idea of having a slightly sore head or whatever, I've got so out of the way of it that I now fear drinking.
Okay, so since you've had
I
your
fear
kid,
a hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. What is the biggest booze session you've had? How many drinks did you put away?
There was a night where I had 2 glasses of wine, thought about a third,
You,
and that's terrified me.
you dirty bitch.
I started to pour it, and I was like, what am I doing here?
Listen, you're not doing childcare this afternoon. Yeah, no.
No, because I drive a lot to gigs as well, I'm never really in an environment where like, and then if I'm off on a Friday or Saturday, the last thing I want to do is stay up late. I'm dull.
You're in it to work, man. You're
dull.
working.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. Like, so I did Leicester Square a couple of weeks ago, or about a month ago or so, and we weren't on an early flight home the next day, and I was like, great, don't have to get up with the baby in the morning. I had a load of drinks that night, great fun. But but it's a real novelty for me.
Yeah.
Real novelty.
When you got kids, being hungover around kids is one of the worst things you can do for your soul.
Yeah.
Like, they don't know.
Yeah.
Do you remember your birthday? I got hammered, slept horrifically, and Laura had decided she needed to go back to Nottingham that afternoon. I got back early afternoon, and she basically went, cool, are you all right? I was like, and she just gave me the 2 kids, and it's one of the worst hangovers I've ever had. It was just made so much, but that beautiful, innocent face going, Daddy, you okay? And you're like,
No, I'm dying inside.
I think
horrible.
there would be nothing I'd be more suited to on a hangover than looking after children. Because when I'm hungover, I want everything that children want. I want to put my favourite cartoon on
Right.
and
Nice
have all
lolly.
the snacks.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be more on their level when they're like,
So you'd be
Daddy, I want chicken dinosaurs.
I've
and
got Bangladeshi kids.
Yeah.
I want chicken dinosaurs.
But
and I want...
You have to make them though, and you have to change their nappies.
Yeah,
and
you're
like,
not a participant. You're a facilitator.
You don't get to be a third child. Be
Yeah.
like, yeah, fuck, I love Teletubbies. Well, I'm not putting it on. I'm hungover. Get up! You won! Chop, chop! Stop crying! It
No, but I
doesn't
don't
work like
mind
that.
putting it on. Yeah, Teletubbies is on. Let's watch the Teletubbies. You want chicken dinosaurs? Let's go and make chicken dinosaurs. You want beans with it?
You
want
never
yogurt?
get to
Let's
sit
have
down.
everything.
You never get to
Crisps.
sit down.
Let's have
Yeah,
crisps and chicken dinosaurs.
why else are you talking to the kid like a sous chef? Let's us go and make this. They don't play a part.
Yeah, I'll go and make it. You sit there, watch Teletubbies. Make sure you're paying attention because
Baby
I need
Vinny.
to know everything when I get
I
back.
do the mains, you do you glaze a creme brulee. It doesn't work like that. Like, it doesn't work like that.
I think when I'm hungover, I am essentially another kid. So I'd be on their level. I'd understand it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be authoritarian with them. I'd be like, "What do you want?" I guarantee I want the same thing.
Being
You want chips?
authoritarian on a
Let's have
hangover, like,
chips.
I'm hungover. Everyone in a line. Listen to the whistle. Like, it's not. There's no authoritarian. You just have to chase after the little fuckers.
Yeah.
Constantly. Like, I've done this. I've done that. It's tiring.
No.
You don't get to be like, I like turkey twizzlers as well. Let's all lie down and just watch a box set. They don't work like that.
Yes.
They've got needs.
They do.
Right, okay,
Kids want cartoons and chicken dippers.
Yeah,
Oh
we're
my.
doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know what I think it is? I genuinely believe this as well. Everyone we've had in, and I know we've done this sort of trope before, but I genuinely believe this. Whenever we have someone in who has kids, it always gets brought up, and I can feel the hatred in his eyes as he's looking at me.
You're going to disappear like Kevin Hart.
I genuinely think you're all a bit.
Things. I know someone who can get VHS tapes.
I think you're all a bit fucking stupid. I think you just don't know how to manipulate children, and it's really, really easy. They're stupid. You just have to make them think it was their idea, and then they want to do it.
Here, if that's isolated and taken out of context, that's bad for you. That's bad. You're going to be emailing Louis C.K. being like, man, I need to sell tickets, but this is not easy. I like the idea of drinking on tour, but that goes against me liking to be in bed early.
Yeah.
So after a tour show, I'm like, great, don't have to get up in the morning, fly this until lunchtime. But it's 11:15. So what are we doing here? Like when I did Hot Water last year, the show didn't finish till like midnight. It was horrific for me.
Do you like getting food on tour?
I drank my body weight in Guinness on the island of Ireland.
Yeah,
I
has to
drank
be done.
So much.
It doesn't, Shane, does it?
I don't do it. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it doesn't have to be. I don't do it, but
if you're a manipulator of children, you really like to relax when you're abroad.
A drunk manipulator of children.
Listen, my doctor told me recently that 28 pints of Guinness a week is fine. That's like on target, and I reckon I went beyond my target this week.
Right.
Yeah.
Where did you find the Guinness? Did you notice a difference in like Belfast and Dublin?
It's better in Dublin than everywhere else. It's also better in Belfast than it is in Liverpool.
Right.
But it's still pretty great in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Dublin was the best.
See, there's a myth. There's a myth that is apparently it's best in Donegal because, and this definitely won't be. People are like, in Dublin it's too fresh, which doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's too nice in Dublin because they make it there, so people go. By the time it gets to Belfast, they go, it's too late. It's a 90-minute journey. It's not too late, but people go, Donegal's the sweet spot.
I was talking to the bartender about this very phenomenon and on. Right.
I'm so annoyed you did that because I was going to.
I was like, yeah, apparently Guinness doesn't travel particularly well, and that's why it's different in the UK.
It's like Dennis Bergkamp. It's a niche reference. That's so niche.
There's a whole stat padder.
Now that was good.
And he said, I don't think it's anything to do with that. What it is, we sell so much Guinness here that we're constantly pulling it. It's constantly fresh kegs. It's constantly like it's never sat.
Yeah, apparently it's something to do with the distance as well between the keg and the pump. So if you're running like a real long line, it's not that nice. But if it's close, if I drive by it, it's good. I don't know.
He reckons it's because they're constantly what?
Oh well, I'm gonna try my first pint of Guinness in Dublin.
Oh yeah.
So
I'll have a pint of Guinness with you in Belfast if
that would ruin it. Yeah, but I'll be there.
As long as it's pre 8:15.
Yeah, it'll be at 3:00 in the day, and then we'll go to hospital with me just to be sure. We'll sit in A&E for 10 minutes just to make sure I don't die. But
yeah, I'm into it, but I'm not having a baby Guinness with it just because it looks the same. It's not the same thing.
But they do go hand in hand though.
Yeah, they've never done though, have they? Till about 2 years ago. It's a new thing, isn't it? It's a new phenomenon.
I actually don't even know what a baby is. It Bailey's and something else?
Yeah, so it's a coffee liqueur, either Timaria or Kahlua. Right. And then you just top the very top of it up.
You won't have heard about it because it just Belfast, the baby Guinness there isn't great. But in Donegal, in the gay district of Donegal, I don't know if you know the gay quarter of Donegal.
It tastes delicious.
Gay Allen's house.
Right.
It's the best shot you can have.
Right.
You're having one today.
Well, I've dairy intolerance, so.
So have I. Just doing fuck all about it.
Impressive.
People think, like, definitely when people from home come to tour shows in, like, Liverpool or Manchester or London, they're like, where are you going after this? Where are you going, big man, after this? I'm like, the hotel. To sleep. Or a little bit of Football Manager before sleep. Just a bed.
Is that your vice then?
Just a game.
No drinking, it's footy manager.
Yeah, if I look knackered the next morning, people are like, oh, were you on it? I was like, I was on the promotion hunt with Bournemouth.
Do you have any vice? Do you do coke? Have you ever tried heroin?
Yeah.
Coke and footy manager would get intense, wouldn't it? When you've done 3 seasons in one night.
I don't have a vice, but it'll catch at 45. I'll do something mad.
Would you try heroin?
No, because I can't even handle like milk. So I don't think I have so many intolerances.
Yeah.
That I can't.
You just assume you're heroin intolerant.
Yeah, I think it'll give me a dicky tummy, so I wouldn't like to. No, nothing.
Not even if you were like terminally ill.
Lacto-free heroin.
No.
You're on your deathbed, you're being told you've got 2 hours to live. Do you want some smack?
No. I just don't. I like no.
Because it's not a good way to say goodbye to your family, is it? Everyone's like, bye-bye, Shane. Bye-bye, father. Golden brown. Sexy Alexa.
What if all your family had died in a house fire years before?
Well, this is getting convoluted, isn't it?
I would do it then.
This is, yeah, cool.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it now.
Yeah.
I think get some heroin.
No, I'm a man of simple pleasures.
Yeah.
Honestly. Walk around Liverpool 1 for half an hour and thought that was great.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do that on any day off I've got. Just have a little stroll around there now.
Yeah.
I live near there, so
Yeah.
I have a little. Spend a lot of money shopping.
You spender?
No. Like not to be confused.
What's going
with
on,
being
Shane,
tight.
now?
I don't
Because
know.
you're definitely good at comedy, and but there's not enough weird and evil in you.
But that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
There will be at some point. It's on a delay, and it's going to be something huge.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
What's your biggest fear?
Honestly,
Over intense podcast questions?
yeah. Not prepared for that.
You got any regrets?
Yeah, the cab here.
Is this confession?
Do you have any fears?
What's the biggest mistake you made as a child?
Can I just say, we've never asked
Trust
this
it.
to any... just before we started recording, and I was like, don't worry, just chill. It's not an interview.
Yeah.
Any biggest fears?
Probably
Where did he touch you, Shane?
the only regret as a child was trusting a man who called himself a manipulator of children.
I met him.
Yeah.
He's me.
No, probably.
Shooter now.
You want to see him in a small room, though, with kids.
I would have a relatively low IQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, deceptively low IQ. So like, I don't worry about a lot of stuff.
Are you a bit stupid? Yeah.
Yeah. But I give the I'm quite good at giving the impression I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Then it'll come out in some
Oh,
ways.
being workably thick has worked out fucking
like
great
some
for me,
days,
innit?
I'll just walk around the house, but I don't know what room I'm going into. If that makes sense. Like I'll just take off and see where I end up. I'm relatively.
Where you going, babe? I don't know.
No, honestly, it's. I will never just be hanging about. Not like I'll never just be loitering. I will go somewhere, but that's anyone's guess. I could be in the utility room for an hour.
Doing what?
Thinking about where I'm going next.
You putting a wash on? No.
Yeah. I love it.
Just philosophizing in the utility room.
Yeah.
Where should I go? When? Why?
You got out of that beautifully.
Cheers.
I mean, absolutely top work.
Do you regret any of your childhood?
I regret a lot of my adult life. I mean, it's paying well, but what damage is it doing long term? Let's have a break. Let's have a think.
What's happening, lads? It's Manscaped advert time, our longest serving sponsor. Father's Day is coming up on the 19th of June, and we think you should surprise your dad by turning up at his house and shaving his balls for him.
That's what they want. That's what dads want. We've both got dads, and they're always like, please, son, I can't shave my own pubes. I don't have the utensils.
And I keep saying, Dad, I would, but you're going to have to wait for Father's Day.
Because I won't shave your pubes in the spring.
I'm going to turn up with the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0.
Wow.
I'm also going to get the Weed Whacker, which can do your nose, your ear, your arsehole. Whatever you want to get weeds out of, you can use the Weed Whacker for.
Ball deodorant.
Ball
I love
deodorant.
putting that on my dad.
Crop preserver. There's the undies they sell. Manscaped
Amazing.
is the best in male, below the belt grooming on the planet. And with the code WORD20, WOORD 20, you get 20% off and free worldwide shipping.
That's manscaped.com. Use the code WORD20. It's going to be amazing.
It
Shave
really
your
is.
dad's balls.
Make sure you're ordering in time for the 19th. That's Father's Day. And your dad, you don't want him to be going up to your ma or whatever woman he's currently goosing with a fucking bushfire down there.
We've got it.
You don't want that.
We've got it.
You want him to have a nice.
Adam, we've got it.
You want nice stubble cock.
We've got it. Got it?
Yeah.
Word 20, manscaped.com. Nice one. Let's land this motherfucker.
Oh, what am I? A fucking punk?
No, you're not. Declan Lennon says, Wag lids.
Old Decky, back in touch after all this time, huh?
What? Just let me. Wag lids. Would
on,
you
mate.
rather?
Go
Oh,
on, mate.
no.
You read it, mate.
Oh, don't do your Dublin.
Read it, mate. You read all the information, mate. Me, Shane, listen, mate. We answer when you're finished, mate.
By the way, if that's Turkish, that's 100% spot on.
It is good, isn't it?
It's such a it's a barman in Turkey.
Yeah.
Who has a bit of chat.
A guy who
Chili
runs a
garlic
takeaway.
on your kebab, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what's particularly good? The mate.
Yeah.
What a mate. Like the mate is spot on.
Not
Yeah.
the problem, mate.
Yeah,
we
he's had a
figured
he's had a few
it out.
kebabs.
He's
for you, mate.
overthinking it now, but at the
he's
time
gone.
that was so good.
Figure it out, mate. Do it,
Declan
mate.
Lennon says, Wag lids, would you rather eat an... I haven't read these properly. Would you rather eat an elderly family acquaintance or an elderly family pet? You have to do... You can't just be like, I don't want to do either.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see if Rowe bags can make a plausible way of eating someone's granny. All the best, Declan Ficutbridge.
Right,
Declan Ficutbridge.
I'm assuming he means like someone is deceased and you're actually eating their remains rather than... He's not talking about licking someone else, is he?
I think you know full well that was not implied. But I'm glad you've sent us there.
No, it's a person's alive, right?
Because my answers are very different.
Right. You don't have to kill them, but they are recently deceased, they're elderly, and they're gone.
Yeah.
You have to stick them on the grill. Yeah?
Remember
Well, yeah.
earlier you said, do you have any vices? And I said, I think at about 45 I'll do something mad.
Right. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Get Fido on the flames.
Elderly cannibalism.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I have
Not
to
much meat
clarify
on this,
because
like pigeon.
the answers are different depending on...
Yeah, they are, but you knew full well. I don't want to think about licking out Moira's old gooch.
I'd rather...
Stop it.
I'd rather lick out my auntie than a dog.
Oh.
But I'd rather eat the dog than eat my auntie.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't
A
think...
dog is closer to a chicken than a woman is.
Clip it out. Drop in truth. Spit it
By the way, also,
out.
Moira's Old Gooch is where I'm from.
Lovely, lovely area.
I could tell taking to Belfast. I could tell fuck all in Moira's Old Gooch.
Yeah, yeah. Because I don't want to listen to the brother-in-law. Great for school trips, though.
You can't have a go at me for clarifying what questions mean. If it's...
Licking out. It was never. It was eating, wasn't it? It was culinary.
Well, I know that now. I
All
needed
right,
to
cool.
know for sure.
Well, let's learn together.
But yeah, you'd eat the dog, wouldn't you?
But depends
No.
what pet.
No, I think
You'd eat human flesh before animal flesh.
an old granny. There's not many fat grannies, though. They're not good for the...
The only reason you don't eat dog is because you've been told it's wrong. Like, you eat all the other animals, don't you? You eat pigs, cows, chickens, turkeys,
Bludgy.
budgies. Bit of fried budgie.
I'd eat a ferret if needs must.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd eat anything. I'd eat him if it got serious.
But you'd rather eat the animal because it is close.
Mate, how do you like your Adam Rowe, mate? In the naan bread?
Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Oh, yeah. Let's have Nana in a nan. Come on. Yeah. She sounds fine.
And others.
Anana.
It's very good. It's a bit of old Moira. Get her gooch. Leave it on grill. Peri. Little bit of lemon head on Moira's gooch. Garlic mayo.
Say peri
chili,
peri again.
Peri. And then it's good, isn't it? No one want to bite the dead granny. Let me put it on naan bread. Kofka. Beautiful.
We call this...
What are you having? Can I Diet Coke?
We call this kebab...
Because Moira's gooch pretty fatty. Don't want to drink sugar with it.
We call this the do because it's na.
You've been sat on that way too long. I can see it. Stop talking. Na.
It's a nana innit?
And nan.
Nana.
Do.
Nan dubs.
Yeah. I'm thinking pretty much
chili garlic
anything.
on your grandmother, mate. One chili garlic on your breast of grandmother, mate.
Oh, not the breast.
Lettuce, mate.
Thigh. I'll go
Tomato,
thigh, mate.
mate.
You've got to eat an old woman. Thigh,
There's not
innit?
going much on there though.
No.
What
You want peri salt on your nan's tits,
Oh, shit.
mate?
What you
He's
want-
Turkish, by the way.
What you want is under the arm. Are you?
Oh, my God.
Merhaba.
Merhaba. That's what's in.
Don't know any more than
Jesus
that. Don't even know what
Christ.
we're having, mate.
How many tickets can you sell in Bodrum?
Shout out the Bodrum. I've been twice. Great spot. Yeah. Not to get anything done before you over-examine me.
There's an
Not to get
agent
the
who was
teeth
like,
in the hair done.
listen, mate. I want to sign you. We've got President Erdogan. We've got a great roster. Todd.
I did a work in progress at the Bodrum Fringe for a few days, which was good. No, Turkey. I like Turkey. Turkey's class.
My mate actually went to Turkey to get a Bodrum Fringe.
Clip it. Clip it. Clip it. Everyone nailed that. That's a clip. If you don't clip that, we're having words. I know it's culturally insensitive to your people.
So good.
Dylan, Declan for Coatbridge. Fucking great question, by the way. Dylan Salt says, hi, Lids. Got a would you rather for you. Would you rather fight a Warwick Davis-sized Francis Ngannou or fight a Ngannou-sized Warwick? For reference, Ngannou is 6'4", Warwick Davis is 3'6". Both keep their own abilities to fight.
What a fucking stupid question. You want the little one, don't you? Just fucking volley him in the head. Game over.
Not if he's got the same fighting ability.
Yeah.
Then you're fucked.
He's got.
I don't care whether you're a black belt in anything. If you're that small, I'll punch your head in.
But he can take you down. He's got the
Yeah.
low center
Can't
of
take
gravity.
me
He
down.
comes at your ankles.
Can't take me down. I'll
He
run
is-
away.
He is a Francis Ngannou with that punching power. Now he's at the same height as your dick.
Yeah.
One Ngannou.
Stay there, kid.
But then if Warwick Davis if he's that height, he'd be dangerous because he'll get carried away with it.
Yeah.
Willow.
He'll love it. He'll be so happy to be that size.
Yeah.
He'll have like all the tension
And
of.
also,
I think
Being
Warwick
small.
Davis. is
not
a
to be
pussy
offensive, but not to be offensive,
Let's just clear the decks for this butt.
right? Little people
Yeah.
are quite dense,
Right.
right?
Oh yeah.
So they're very sort of weighty.
At 6
They're
foot.
heavier than you expect them to be.
Well, at 6'4".
I've had to pick a little person up before.
Talk to me.
I can't.
Really? Did you find them in the washing pile? What are you doing under there, Warwick Davis? Willow.
So they're very a lot heavier than you think they are. And I'm assuming,
Did she go on top?
I'm assuming that when they're Francis Ngannou size, that the density is the same. That's going to be the heaviest thing ever. You try and punch that, you're going to break your hand.
Oh my god, I want to see both of these fights so much.
Anyone that small, I reckon I could absolutely end their life with one dig.
Or manipulate them.
I like a 10-year-old judo champion would kick the fuck out of us. 1,000%.
Shane, what you're doing there, you're applying some logic, right? Adam thinks he can beat the current judo champion. Look. Yeah, fucking get him
I'm
on.
sorry,
Where's
there
he
isn't a 10-year-old child on the planet who could hang with me in the octagon.
Not true. Have you ever seen Ripley's, believe it or not? Some kids running about there do damage to you. Like the Wolf Boys. You know the Wolf Boys?
gone? No.
Of like Peru, I think they have hair all over their face.
Fucking punch.
You never
their
seen
head
these guys?
No.
Real werewolf boys? They fuck you up so bad.
We need to Google this. What's this?
How hairy
Just
are they?
just Google werewolf boys.
Werewolf boys.
Pull that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Pull that shit up, Jamie.
Werewolf boys. Oh, they're a bit older now.
That's Adam before he's been to see his
Yeah, yeah,
barber.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my.
You don't think you think I couldn't bang him? I'd make him look a cunt in front of
I
all his
think
mates.
you'd be a little bit of taken back when you saw him, and that's when
Yeah,
he'd strike.
Yeah, and if it was a full moon, you'd be fucked.
No, he's got absolute. He's got absolute.
He looks friendly though. This one.
He does.
He-
There
he's not
could
one
be
of them-
some. Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
not one of
can
the
we get a
ones.
less
He's cousin or
special
something.
needs
Yeah.
wolf boy? Can we get an
Did
actual
you say Peru?
Wolf.
Oh, hello.
Wolf man. There's a wee family of them.
Wolf. This is. There's not much in terms of fighting.
Do you know what? They probably don't. The Manscaped probably got to them now. Probably immaculate faces. They're Manscaped sponsor everyone. They're probably.
Use code WOLF10.
There isn't a 10-year-old on the planet who would come close.
Well,
to
now
beating
you
me in
have
a fight.
Patreon content because set that up.
I can't beat a 10-year-old up.
Yeah.
It's illegal, innit?
Not if it's a professional fight.
Can't be a professional fighter at 10 though, can you?
What did I say earlier? When you're in Northern Ireland, we can get you anything. If you need a license for that fight, I can get you a license for
I
that
thought you
fight.
were going to say we can get you a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
We can get you a license for that fight, and when we're done, we'll film it. We'll release it on VHS.
VHS. And it's only available in NatWest branches.
Year 5, Moira's Gooch Primary.
Yeah.
We've seen NatWest have just opened in Afghanistan. It's called Nat Death to the West.
Let it hang.
I thought it was that joke earlier, but I missed the missed the time to say it.
You can set to me. You know. Oh, God. What should we do? Should we do a little bit more advice? I go to the advice quite a lot. I quite like it.
Because I'm good at it, aren't I?
Because I don't know. I feel it really goes down the 2 lanes really well. You either actually have advice or we just take the piss mercilessly.
I've never.
Are you two hearing music or is something going on here?
No,
it's
I'm
great.
having an
I hear the
aneurysm.
music. I don't wear the headphones because it makes me hot and I don't like it.
Yeah.
Jake,
Hot ears are not good.
Jake, sometimes I like just listening. It's like it makes me hot. I don't like it. My name's Adam Rowe, and I sometimes get hot head. Still a few tickets left for the Philharmonic. Jake Garrett says, Wag Wag Lids, got to have a word or some advice needed for a mate. Oh, beautiful. Basically, a mate of mine was telling me about his new girlfriend. They've been together about 3 or 4 months, and it's all going sound. The issue is his best mate took the girlfriend's identical twin sister out. And I made a few jokes saying his mate saw his missus and thought, oh, I want a bit of that, etc. And he laughed, but then looked upset. Obviously, I then stopped and asked if he was okay, etc. And he said he was, but then had to go off and do something, and I haven't really spoken to him since. Was wondering if you had any thoughts or advice for this lad, as after I thought about it, it's awful and probably upsetting for him. Nice one, Lids. Keep smashing it. From Jake.
This mate sounds like an insecure gimp. So if you're going to date someone who's got an identical twin, you've got to understand that at some point that identical twin is going to be fucking someone, and you're going to constantly look at their partner being like, you fancy my missus? No, because that removes the idea that personality is important. Maybe the other twin's a dull cunt.
He's overthinking it there.
I kind of see it, though. I kind of see it. If you meet someone and you're like, this is the love of my life, we're new, 3 or 4 months in, you're kind of insecure, aren't you? Like, you're still trying. You've not pooed in front of them, right? And then they've got an identical to most normal humans.
Can we just reverse the bus?
Right. No, you don't poo in front of your partner in the first 3 or 4 months.
I haven't done it
in front of Laura.
Yeah?
No, I've never done it.
What?
I've gone Kim Jong-un. No, I've stitched it up. I never have.
I
Just
trick her
full stop.
to come into the room.
While you're pooing?
Of course. I leave the door open and make sure it doesn't sound like, because they can hear the acoustic of a bathroom. It's more echoey. I'm like, babe. And then she'll come up the landing.
People know when I'm pooing though because there's birds
me my
outside
favourite colour.
falling out of
Blue.
trees.
Right, yeah. Dead carrion.
Yeah. The dogs start barking.
Because there's a smell
3
that
doors
only
down.
they can smell. There's a chemical fire. Oh no, Adam's shitting.
Also, I'm pretty sure tricking someone to come into the bathroom when I'm doing what I'm doing is
Well, it could end the relationship.
Chemical warfare, that.
it's chemical
Have
warfare.
you pooed in front of your... I know, not to bring... Oh, sorry, Finn. Did you shit in front of your old missus?
Not on purpose. Like, if she needed
What?
to come in to get something, then she would do that. It's not like I'm not welcoming her
A
in.
classic leaving the filing cabinet in the bathroom situation.
Yeah.
Do Liverpool not have locks on? Why does no one have a lock on their door here? You trick her to
Bathroom
come in.
time is private time. Leave me to do me poo.
I leave the door open. My house. I pay the mortgage. Sniff it up. I am the king.
By the way,
Papa Dan.
are they identical twins?
Yeah.
Right. See, that's weird anyway, being an identical twin.
Yeah, it is. I think it's proof that there is no Jesus.
It's not weird unless you both are adults and have the same haircut.
Right. Cool.
That's odd.
Wear the same kit and then get in a fucking boy band or just fuck
Yeah.
off. Yeah. Identical twins. Hi. Just makes me believe that this is all random, horrific chance. How can there be a creator and he'd be like, oh, look, I've made another beautiful person and press the photocopy button. 2.
Yeah.
It's not, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. It affirms my atheism.
It's cute as kids, but then there's a point where it's weird.
Yeah.
I just think
to
it
me,
must be
you've got-
really off-putting for the kid. Like, there's no one like you, babe. You're a total one-off.
you
What
can't-
about Jessica? Well, apart from your sister.
yeah.
I mean, I've got to be honest. If you've got identical twins as kids and you tell either of them that, then that's just a faux pas on your part as a parent.
Right. Okay. Cool. You know a lot about parenting, don't you?
You should do a parent advice podcast separate.
Oh,
I might be the first non-parent to ever have a parenting podcast.
you might. Yeah. You have that podcast.
I'm going to do that. I've been looking for a spin-off project.
I would love you to get stabbed to death by a new mother with postnatal depression. That'd be fucking brilliant.
I just won't invite any women on the podcast.
Why would you need that? Why would you want them on for a parenting podcast?
How to do parenting as a man. That's what we'll call it.
Oh, yeah. Make it about How to Parent as a Mother by Adam Rowe. Have you seen Adam's new podcast, The Fourth Trimester? Yeah, it's pissed a few people off.
Fourth trimester. Oh, because it's after birth.
Yeah.
That works.
Doesn't it?
Me and my mate Dave
You
did
didn't
one
mean
for
it.
BBC.
I did. There's a thing called The Fourth Trimester. It's not. I've not made it up. It's about the first 3 months of a newborn's life. That's what it was. But you'll know about that when you start the podcast.
We did one. We did a dad podcast for BBC Sound. Nobody listened to it because it wasn't that good. But then it was also just us speaking to other dads and being like, oh, "This is tough, isn't it?" Like it never got we never turned it around. Yeah. It was always just like it stayed at the one level of ever just be tired and
yeah,
you know.
It must work. Like Josh Widdicombe and Rob Beckett are flying, aren't they?
Yeah.
There is some funny stuff with parenting that I think new dads is a bit much. You're still in the blast zone of the
yeah,
but not for Adam. He's going to be
no,
loving
it's
it,
going to
isn't
be
he?
great.
That'll be absolutely fine.
The kid will be supporting him at the Philharmonic within 4 months. Yeah. He's got croup, but a tight 20. Right.
So you couldn't? Are you telling me you couldn't date an identical twin?
No, I'm just saying if Laura had an identical twin, and when I met her, you were like, "Tell you what, lad, she's lovely, Laura. I quite like her sister." Basically,
Right.
you're asking to see my wife naked, aren't you?
I think
on a
it's
technicality.
It's only a problem if he sees your wife and doesn't know she has an identical twin and goes, "Oh, does she have an identical twin sister?"
Right, yeah.
That's where you're like, "Whoa."
I'm not saying I'd love to fuck your wife. I'm saying I'd love to fuck an identical twin sister, should she exist.
Yeah.
So that's not offensive.
Yeah.
I want to see your wife's tits on a different woman.
Similar tits.
That's a compliment.
It is, yeah. I can see the guy's point, but yeah, getting annoyed and wandering off.
Having an identical twin, like sort of that you're close to, like that, like if you're dating their sister, can come in handy. Like, let's say you've got a wedding to go to and your partner is seriously ill in bed. You're like, "Oh, I've got to go to the wedding. Take your sister."
Are you writing a rom-com?
This is the Parent Trap.
Unbelievable. Bit more advice because Adam's on fucking fine form. Wag lids. I'd like to stay. This is from John. I'd like to stay anonymous as a few friends of mine listen to the pod. All right, you fucking pussy. I've been sleeping with a girl I work with for a month now. Just for context, she's just got out of a 4-year relationship. Everything is going. I don't know what that's got to do with it. That's context we didn't need. Just for context, she's Jewish. Big girl. Just for context, everything is going great. However, when we have sex, I struggle to finish because she's Jewish. No, I'm joking. Sorry, I've ruined it. Everything is going great.
She's Jewish.
However,
Fucking massive. I'm not into it. I don't know why I keep fucking her. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I'm really not attracted to this woman.
and I'm an anti-Semite. I don't know what I'm doing. I like skinny Christians. Oh, God. Everything is going great. However, whenever we have sex, I struggle to finish. I can finish no problem if I'm having alone time. Mate, if you just described a wank as alone time, oh my God. And during sex, I can stay full mast. Oh my God, you're a paedophile. That's the problem. She's starting to worry that it's her. What should I do? I want this taken seriously, this one. I think he deserves it. You know, because he can stay full mast during alone time and with his friend.
I don't really know what to suggest. I mean, to be honest with you, I have this problem when I'm drunk, and women are always fucking whinging about it as well. Because women take it as an insult if you can't come.
They're like, oy vey.
Well, one time I ended up with friction burns on my cock because the woman wouldn't leave me alone.
What?
So, we were having sex, right? And I was drunk and I couldn't finish. And she took that as, we'll see about that.
Okay.
And she just wouldn't stop. She tried fucking everything. She was sucking like a Henry Hoover. She fingered me. She rode me as much as she could. And nothing was happening.
Did everything just dry up? Did you not did you run out of hydration?
Sometimes when I'm drunk, I just can't come. I'm personal.
Oh, no.
It's not that I don't want to come in you. I don't want to come in anyone. And I said that to her.
Is it not more like, the physicality rather than the intent? It's not that you don't want to. It's just you can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
I can't.
That was a journey, that one, laddie. That was a journey. What did she do? Wank you off with sandpaper? What happened? How did it get...
Well, she fucked me for so long that, you get friction burns.
Did you consent? Are you admitting something? Are you having a flashback? Are you all
Look,
right?
I didn't tell her to stop.
Aggressive.
It was
But
aggressive.
it can't have been enjoyable for anybody at that point.
No, she was just very determined. It was like getting a Chinese burn on your cock.
She sounds thorough.
She was. Wonderful woman.
haveawordpod@gmail.com.
Like
Let us know who you are.
She likes a challenge.
Get some lube. I don't know what you're meant to do here, man. I don't know what you're meant to do.
What one is this?
What are you meant to do with this?
The one who can't finish.
I've always had the problem the other way.
I've got an idea.
I get excited like, oh, sorry.
I've got an idea.
I actually didn't last very long with my wife the last time we had sex. This was just such a treat. I was like, no, apologies.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
Before you fuck her.
Oh, no, I know where this is going. What? You're going to say knock one out?
Yeah.
Right.
But you come in a receptacle.
Oh, no.
Keep at the side of the bed.
Oh, no.
You fuck in the dark.
You're not going to Spider-Man her.
Adam, are you a serial killer? Are you a serial killer?
I'm a serial woman pleaser.
See, as soon as you say receptacle, you're going to kill people at some point in your life.
Get the Tupperware out quietly. Pop it like it's hot. What's in the tub? Oh, this is where your Turkish friend could. Little bit of garlic mayo. Can I have extra garlic mayo in a small receptacle, please? Yes, if you
You
like.
don't need any mayo. You come into a cup, for example, or a pot. Any receptacle will do.
Pot? Like a porridge pot?
Like a big fucking
Look,
casserole dish. You come into a pot, you fuck in the dark, and then when you're sort of bored of trying to come, you go, oh, I'm going to come, and then you just fucking chuck it on her. You're like, there you go.
You're going to need to keep it warm.
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
Just on a low heat.
Get a microwave for your bedroom.
I explained in the ping. Did I just hear a ping? Yeah, I'm really horny. That's when you know I'm at full mast.
No, because in the microwave with you come, you put a Rustler's burger, and then you split it when you're done. Romantic as well. You're covered in cum, have a chicken burger.
And if that guy's a bigger lad, the idea of the Rustler's burgers on the way might do the job for him.
It might as well. Maybe you don't need to be thinking about a woman when you're trying to fuck. Maybe you need to be thinking about your dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, think about Rustler's Burgers. Let us know how that goes. I am looking
It's the
for
next Rustler's ad. Just full sex. 7 o'clock at night on TV.
trying to try something different in the bedroom tonight. Let me just get the microwave.
Tell me it wouldn't work.
I won't. I will not. It's not my job to. Should we have a word and get the fucking...
Do you reckon if you
sorry.
put cum in the microwave, it would make
curdle.
it infertile?
No, it would curdle for sure.
What, like in the shower? Do the same kind of thing?
Oh, fit.
No, it's just like if you...
Just learned so much about your shower.
No, you know.
Oh, you poor mother. Finn! What's these stains in the shower?
I think it would curdle, yeah. I don't think the consistency when you heated it would be good.
No, but that's not what I'm really asking. If I was to come in a pot and put it in the microwave,
As if
and then I sort of slung it up a woman,
You'd have a
Could
Chernobyl
she get
kid.
pregnant?
He's just lost 2 Belfast dates because of this conversation. He's down to 7.
No, although is this an urban myth? When it's airborne, it kills the sperm. Is that true?
No, they've got seconds. You've got to get it in the microwave.
It
Really
depends
quick.
how long do you think his jet is? We're like
Well, apparently legendary.
when it's full.
Like the fucking Piccadilly line. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah, I don't know. Either that or I don't. Let's
The spill me dicky line.
Have you had a stroke? Right. One more.
Also, so weird of that guy to like get in touch with you for that. As
Yeah.
he's just after she leaves, he's sitting on the edge of his bed, like, "Boy, I need to do something about this." Compose email. Such
Please
an
don't
odd
stop though.
move.
Have a word pod at gmail.com. I know we don't take them seriously, and I know some of you are really
Speak for yourself.
You know,
He's on his way to Curry's right now.
On his way to Curry's and Tesco
850
Express.
watt sharp
via
and a teat papa.
oh, what is it in Ireland? Abracababra. Oh,
We don't buy our microwaves in Abracadabra. What do you mean?
I was going for the garlic mayo.
Oh, Abracadabra in the south, and they're coming into the north.
Nice. No, if that's not a
Come
sign
on,
of
maybe
progress,
sleeper cells
Abracadabra,
about
if
mate.
that's not a sign of progress, what is?
Abracadabra building bridges, mate. Chili
Abracababra is
garlic
as good
across
as it
the
gets.
border, mate. Across the soft border, mate.
Put it in Tupperware. Throw up a lid. But it's too hot. Don't worry, it's infertile. Put it on 1 minute. We need to close this off. So, bitching about neighbours, you can choose, Shane. You've been a phenomenal guest. We've loved having you.
Thanks for having me.
Getting ID'd at Tesco's is 1. Lady in the gym is 2. Or we've got bitching about the neighbours 3. Where would you like to go for this? Have a word. Let's wrap this bad boy up.
2, please.
Go 2. Oh no, it's not a lady at the gym. It's a the boy dem at the gym. Can you have a word with my mate? We go to the gym, and when he's there, he makes a point of being as noisy as possible, grunting like a pissed off walrus in mating season, and throwing himself around, acting like Billy Big Bollocks, like he owns the place. To make it even worse, he started with the juice a few months back. That's steroids, guys. If you don't know the industry, obviously, I do. He started on the juice. And it looks like he looks like a shit overinflated balloon animal that you see at a kid's party, making it look like he has bought all his clothes from Mothercare on the closing down sale. Me and a few mates have tried telling him that he is acting and looks like a knob, but he just smirks and thinks we're all taking the piss and actually that we're jealous. Please have a word. Once again, lids, keep up the good work. The grunting, juicing, knobhead mate at the gym.
During the Edinburgh Fringe one year at the gym, there was a guy same day, same time every day. I was there, he was there, and he was a big guy, and he used to squat every day and say his own, he had headphones in, and he was a big guy, definitely on the juice, and every time he was doing a rep, I'm assuming his name was Richard, because every time he'd do a rep, he would go, Richard! Every time, Richard, just a big grunt of Richard.
Might have just been his favourite king.
Richard. Yeah, that's true.
Wow, yeah. Which one? First, second, third?
Well, he wouldn't call him Richard if it wasn't the first, would he?
Right, Richard
Richard
the
the
Yeah.
First wasn't known as Richard the First.
Oh, Richard on
Richard-
the pack
Richard
deck.
was
Oh,
King
Richard the
Richard.
Third.
Yeah.
King
Richard the
Dick.
Second. Then he would be saying Richard the Second.
Yeah, that's true.
That is psycho, innit?
Yeah.
That is
All the grunting type stuff I hate. Slamming down the weights, all that kind of stuff. I don't lift weights heavy enough to make a noise when I drop them, but I hate all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah.
Hate that.
What's your opinion on overzealous tennis players?
Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. It's become like a thing. It's like you want to be the loudest one. You want to do it doesn't make
Adds
sense.
to the atmosphere, though, doesn't it?
Sounds like a dump valve. It's just like, right.
Like
You're making it sound more sexy than it is. It's more.
Fucking is
That's
sexy.
Sharapova, that.
Maria
all over.
Sharapova.
Yeah.
but when Tim Henman does it, weird.
Yeah.
I'll only
Tim?
make noise during sport when I box.
Yeah.
Shh, shh, shh. Just that I don't box.
Hez.
But if I did,
Hez.
I would do that.
Do you box?
No.
Right.
Like around the house. That's what I do when I'm working out what room to go into. In between. No. You see, you're going old school with the huss.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's all about speed.
Like you
Like a
can't
man with no
whistle.
teeth trying to call his
Yeah,
dog.
kind of. Yeah.
Got to end this podcast. We're going to end this podcast. In places, it's been as good as we've ever done. And in other places, I've looked around and we all looked at each other like,
Come here, Fido.
Yeah.
pow,
Yeah.
pow,
yeah.
pow. Oh, that'd be great. If you were so good at boxing, you could make your own to annoy your competitor. Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Well, they do trash talking, don't they?
No, but
you fight him?
needling by like, mwah. Mwah.
Yeah.
Be mad to just like
Richard.
Fuck's Richard.
Dick.
Not you. Fuck
Funny.
off. I reckon.
Flaps. Moira's
Like-
gooch.
Would it not be better in a fight like that to just act a bit mental?
That's what you're gonna have to do against the 10-year-old.
Yeah.
It's the #1 boxer
Has to do-
in England.
Tyson Fury, little bit unhinged.
He
in
does
the,
some
in
mad
the,
stuff.
Yeah, there's some showboating.
Yeah.
But I mean, but it's like I've seen showboating before where it's
When he
very
licked-
high status.
he licked a guy.
He plays weirdly low status, doesn't he? On some of the fucking around.
My mate Paddy Barnes, Olympic bronze medalist, had his first pro fight in Belfast. A couple of thousand people at it. Thing was televised, big deal. Fought a Bulgarian journeyman who they plucked out of nowhere. Guys like late 30s, no one had heard of him. Terrible record. Paddy's like, it's brilliant. Home city, first fight after the Olympics, going pro. Starts a fight. Paddy's trying to get his shots away. The guy just tries to grab him. You know, that's such an annoying thing of watching boxing. Guy just keeps grabbing him. In the first round, Paddy goes to hit the guy. Guy gets Paddy in a fireman's lift. Walks around the ring once and Paddy's tiny. And Paddy's like, you know, like if you were lifting like an angry wee man away from like Paddy's still throwing digs. The guy got fireman's lift, walk around the ring, and then just walked out mid fight. The guy just walked out of the ring in his gear and out of the exhibition center, and that was like the fight.
He lifted him up, walked around the ring,
Lifted him up in a fireman's lift, walked around the ring,
had a mental
once,
breakdown, and just walked.
and left. Paddy's like, he walked out of the arena in his shorts and his boxing gloves, and no one they'd never heard from him again.
I would give so much money to be in the changing rooms when the promoter comes in and goes, I don't know what's happened. I'm really sorry. He came with great recommendations. What the fuck? Who booked him?
He just left.
Crazy Yevgeny?
Scare the shit out of your opponent.
You got to back it up though, haven't you?
I've said this to boxers before. If I was fighting with a professional boxer, you got to play mind games. I would just start something that really gets him thinking and distracts him. Like I'd say, like, here, you got that email earlier, didn't you? And then and leave them to it. And then the next round, when you get close, you go, I don't think it's anything to worry about in the rear. Yeah. And then
I'd drop me guard and be like, hang on. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
The Prince Nassim offer the. Remember, you used to offer the chin
Make
out?
it look like they're getting, like someone's coming from behind. No, there's no rule against that. Tricking your opponents into thinking there's a
Your finishing
pitch
move.
invader.
Microwave. You just throw comment.
The mic, Rowe, wave.
Just your own cum, your own warm cum. There's rules about that. I mean, if there's not, there should be.
It's got to be a certain temperature.
Have you seen Adam Rowe's finisher? I don't think you want to. Let's hope he doesn't do it with a 10-year-old.
I think that was good.
Ladies and gents, this has been a podcast.
Here, I have something for you guys.
No.
Yeah. Because I really appreciate you having me on. It's been a fun day, me traveling over Liverpool. So I brought you some gifts.
That's great.
No.
We can do that. Before we do that, can you just tell all of our listeners where they can find you?
Liverpool won. Wandering about. Some
Just dead happy.
Great stores, great shops. I am going on like a UK Ireland tour. I am doing hot water. Don't have a date confirmed, but I think it's going to be September
Okay.
kind of time.
But where
what are
do
your
all your
socials?
dates get listed?
Oh, just the web.
What's your website?
Shane Todd. I don't
Dot?
know if I still own the domain, but just
Shane, you know what to do. Can we find Shane?
Yeah.
Shit?
Shane Todd comedy. But honestly, I think I stopped paying GoDaddy for it. I bet you it's not there.
So your Instagram is Shane Todd Comedy.
TheShaneTodd.com.
Yeah, here I genuinely. Yeah, look. I didn't. Yeah, shows that's January 2021. Yeah.
Oh,
Just like, Instagram, Twitter,
What are they? What are your handles?
Bebo, just Shane Todd. They're all
they'll
different.
all
Just
be
find
in.
him.
They'll be in the episode when
Nice,
Shane's name comes
there
up.
you
They'll
go.
all be
Shane
there.
Todd Comedy on Instagram, Shane Todd Comedy on TikTok, Twitter. Just search Shane Todd.
Absolutely
Just search Shane
brilliant.
Todd.
It's
That's
been
the
a
best way to
pleasure.
say it.
Thanks for coming over, man.
Okay, can I give you guys some gifts?
Yeah.
You like that I've done this?
Yeah.
Now, let me just say, all sourced in a different shop.
Nice.
That's a nice touch.
Last time we got given gifts, it was from an Esso garage. So, like,
I got gas in store like Essos at Tesco's. I'll shake you up and explode like Mentos and fresh Coke.
So, Finn?
Hello.
I actually, I've met Adam a good few times. I don't know Dan, but Finn, I don't know you at all. So I went quite neutral on this. I just got you a pick and mix, mate.
That is fucking class.
There you go. Now, I don't know what you're into specifically, so there's like a medley
There's some
of
good
stuff.
Is
bits
there a
in there.
yellow belly jelly snake in there?
There's snakes in there, yeah. But that's for Finn.
These are mine.
Dan,
hi.
the only thing I really know about you, apart from being a stand-up, is that you always wear a hat.
Yeah.
So I went to just like a vintage clothes shop in Liverpool, and I just got you what I thought was just a nice looking baseball cap.
Thank you very much.
It says Mondial. It's like a Belgian thing. Price tag on it.
I
love Belgians.
I love Belgians.
£8.
Oh, mate. Thank you so much.
No worries. And then, Adam, appreciate you doing my podcast recently.
Yeah.
So I got my mate to make that. So close your eyes. So now you can put this up whatever way you want. You can frame it. You can do that sort of thing. My mate Tony, aka Talisman T, made this. You can put that up in your bathroom in your house, something like that.
Fucking sick.
He drew that for you. So
Finn,
Seen this?
you've got that's amazing. Can you share the pick and mix? Finn, come on.
yeah, Finn,
It's a
do share
gift.
it.
Come on. Can I
All
have a
right,
little bit?
all
In
right.
fact, I'd like
yeah.
quite a few of them.
That's
So
phenomenal.
I'm not lobbing it because
I'll
the
catch it.
lid's going
I'll
to come
catch it.
off.
I'll catch
The
it.
lid is going to come.
We know lids. Come on, I'll catch
I'm
it.
going to try and do it.
Catch it.
Dan, I'm sorry that had such a weird shape in your head, bro.
Oh, I think it really suits me.
I think it looks good.
You get the teeth.
While these are eating sweets, I'm just going to do the featured artist of the week.
Yeah.
So audio listeners, you'll hear a song at the end of this. This week's is from Finn Forster. It's called Stay Right to the End. Finn is a Patreon and he supported UB40. How cool's that?
What?
He supported UB40.
Can I just say, brown dolly mixtures are fucking horrible.
Am I going to get any?
Yeah, you can have brown dolly mixtures.
I don't think, see with those, I don't think the colour changes the flavour.
Oh, I don't know.
No, the orange ones taste like orange.
Same with wine gum, so do you think really there's a big difference in
No,
flavour?
it's like Smarties, isn't it? It's only the orange one that tastes of something that's not chocolate.
Yeah.
Podcast gone to shit. I've got tour dates. You know where to find them. So Z. Same. Arena show.
Love you guys.
Come to the arena, you know. Anyway.
Love you.
good
Appreciate
one.
it. Shane Todd, legend.
Thanks for having
See
me
you
on.
in
Really
Belfast,
appreciate
man.
it, guys. Yep.
Can't wait.
Thanks a
September
million,
3rd. Pussy up.